Explain to everybody what you were doing, which is you were doing the revving a motorcycle pantomime.
Everybody who doesn't know that, go ahead.
Well, I'm describing for everybody that is listening on radio or on the internet that what you were doing, because they can't actually listen. It's coming the day that you and I are on camera.
If you can't,
that people can watch on Twitch TV or whatever and watch it. That's coming.
If you can't understand what,
yes, but why do you need to make the pantomime to make the sound?
That's you. You're telling that. I'm doing it.
I'm asking you why you need to make that noise.
Because you know what? It's just like we asked your boy Drew Holiday. Why did he jump every time he makes a pass?
Why does Al flinch on those free throws?
Exactly, Sean. Exactly.
Okay. Now, Joel Embiid will play. Here's the other twist to that. There is a new player participation policy in the NBA, cracking down on players sitting out. It cracks down on star players missing games. Well, one of these games would have been the perfect opportunity. You know Nick Nurse didn't want to ride Joel Embiid huge minutes 2 games in a row, even if it is a home back-to-back. But here's the problem. The way the rule is written out, you cannot rest your star players in in-season tournament games or nationally televised games. Last night was an in-season tournament game. Tonight is a nationally televised game.
Unless you're hurt.
Well, here's the thing.
Unless you are sick,
and it comes on a night where Kristaps Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving in Dallas, Giannis in Milwaukee are all sitting out. Not to mention the fact we haven't gotten to the other injured players. If you want to, whatever this means to you, right now, 3 guys that are out: Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Williams, Marcus Smart.
Wait a minute. What? Did they play with the Celtics last? Whatever.
Well, when they were available, they did.
Okay.
All right. The player to bank on is brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank. You go the extra mile for your clients as your bank do the same for you. The championship team at CSB gives your business the home court advantage by going beyond banking. Visit ClintonSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Number 42 on the program, Al Horford, you're up. You're on deck right now going against Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid loves that matchup. It seems like he feels like he can take Al anytime. Al at one time pretty much dominated Joel Embiid defensively. Joel Embiid has found the trick here lately and has kind of flipped the script. How will it work out tonight?
Here's a little ad-lib I'm going to throw back at you. Give me your 10-game evaluation of what Al Horford looks like to you right now.
An older player who is just kind of getting into his groove, feeling his way in, like Cedric Maxwell when he first learned how to swim, easing gradually into the swimming pool, not lapping anybody.
Well, you know who didn't ease into the game last night at Golden State? Draymond Green. We will cover that. There is no official word yet from the NBA on the Draymond Green.
What you said before, it's coming.
It's coming soon.
It's coming.
Rear naked choke on Rudy Gobert. As I said, thank God for Rudy Gobert that Draymond Green had no idea what he was doing and didn't know how to apply a choke, or it really could have been bad news in that game last night. We'll run you through our trip around the NBA, including the Marcus Smart injury, which puts his availability for his first ever game against the Celtics on Sunday night in serious jeopardy. We will run through all of that. We'll have our conversation with Joe Mazzulla, but when we return, Joe Murray has Sports Hub headlines. I got off the plane this morning in Philadelphia. WIP is on, the local sports station. Are the Eagles a great team? No. And here's everything that's wrong with the Eagles. The best, I love Philadelphia. The best, they're the new Boston, by the way.
Okay.
All they do is win and complain about it. Best team in the NFL, and it's obviously not good enough. But here's the big news about the Eagles game, the Eagles-Chiefs game coming up this weekend. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's parents are going to meet at that game. They're going to be at the game together. That is a bonus bonanza for whoever's, if that's a CBS game or an NBC game. Let's talk about cutaway palooza to that luxury suite.
No, thank you very much.
Anyway, I'm sure Joe Murray will have all the news on that, too. It's all leading up to the game of the night in the NBA, such as it is. We have the Celtics and Sixers in Philadelphia for the Eastern Conference lead on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
There are some things employees love hearing.
Congrats. Nice presentation.
Enjoy your vacation, Jack.
Hey, there's food in the kitchen.
Here's something else they'll love. At Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, a Point 32 health company, we offer benefits that empower employees to live healthier lives. From virtual care to digital tools that encourage healthy living, we've designed our plans with innovative and inclusive benefits that meet the needs of every workforce, giving people what they truly value. It's how we take healthcare personally.
Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island wants you to stay healthy during cold and flu season. I'm Dr. Christopher Adiano, reminding you to protect yourself against the flu by getting the flu shot. You should also stay up to date on your COVID vaccines. If you have questions, talk to your provider.
With Neighborhood, you can get high-quality, affordable health insurance for you and your family. To learn how to join, call 1-401-459-6075. At Neighborhood, we're here for you.
With everything you have on your plate, earning your degree online seems impossible. But at Grand Canyon University, we specialize in helping you fit a master's degree in education into your busy day. Your graduation team, led by your own GCU counselor, provides you with the personal support you need to succeed. Achieve your goals with a plan and team behind you. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Looking for a deal on your next vehicle? Then you have to visit Flood Ford. Our team is committed to going above and beyond to make the car buying process easy and stress-free. Stop in and shop a variety of F-150 models, all with transparent pricing. No markups, no games. What you see is what you pay. And every vehicle is backed by our Flood Advantage plan. You get free dent repair, free windshield repair, free key replacement, and so much more. In the market to upgrade, we'll give you top dollar for your trade-in. We buy all makes and models. And when you need to service your vehicle, we have you covered with convenient pickup and delivery, a courtesy shuttle, and certified technicians you can trust. Whether you're a lifelong Ford driver or looking to make the switch, there's never been a better time or place to get behind the wheel of a new Ford than right now at Flood Ford. Make the drive for a better buying experience today. Visit us in East Greenwich or Narragansett, or shop online anytime at floodauto.com.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Patriots in the bye week. They were back on the practice field today, though. Mac Jones saw the reps on the first team. Trent Brown not at practice. Bailey Zappi, though, did get some reps with the ones. They're off this week. They'll play the Giants next week. Cleveland quarterback Deshaun Watson will miss the rest of the season. He's dealing with a shoulder injury. And the awards in Major League Baseball. Blake Snell wins the Cy Young in the National League, while Garrett Cole wins in the American League. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Football season's here. It's time to get your car ready for the colder days ahead. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 20% off your next service at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I'm Joe Murray, Grandy and Max. They take you around the NBA next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can't name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
With Yellowstone Bourbon, the park is always just a pour away. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
You were sure about opening your small business.
Yes, I was. I finally put my thoughts into action.
So what do you think?
Well, there are some things I'm still not sure about.
Like?
Payroll, benefits.
Luckily, we're sure we can help. Sure Payroll is your online payroll and benefits partner. A team of experts in labor law, tax regulations, and HR. And all of our payroll services are backed by our 100% guarantee. Our online payroll is easy to set up, fast to learn, and runs from your computer or smartphone in minutes. Best of all, we have live US-based support, so you can get help when you need it via chat, email, or phone. And for a limited time, you can get up to 6 months of Sure Payroll for free.
Sure sounds great. What did you say the website is?
I didn't. It's surepayroll.com. Sure Payroll, your partner for sure success. Visit surepayroll.com today. That's surepayroll.com.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Draymond defensive rebound. Leaves it for Paul down the right side. And now McDaniels and Klay Thompson get tangled up. And now Draymond gets in there to hug Gobert away in a headlock. And we've got a scramble. We have security people on the floor. Coaches flying all over the place. Klay Thompson gets pulled aside by Chris Paul. Draymond and Gobert get separated.
Oh, Draymond. Doing Draymond things last night in what turned out to be a 2-game sweep of the series in San Francisco for Minnesota. It's an in-season tournament game. Minnesota wins at 104-101. 33 for Karl Anthony Towns. He had longest win streak for Minnesota in 21 years. They've won 7 in a row, but nobody was talking about that. They were talking about Draymond Green when stepping in between Rudy Gobert. I shouldn't say stepping in between Gobert and Klay Thompson. Stepped behind Gobert, put him in a chokehold, and dragged him backwards. Terrible look. Draymond got ejected. Klay got ejected. I'll say it. It is the NBA must suspend Draymond for this.
Well, I've been hearing people say, is it 2 games? Is it 5 games? Is it 10? I mean, your behavior over this period of time is going to be something that people are going to look at. And this is the first time in the history of the NBA you've had 3 players thrown out of a game before any points were even scored in the game.
That's crazy. This is
That's how that was.
And you know, and Rudy Gobert said something pretty interesting afterwards, if you heard it. He said, well, Steph was out, so I knew Draymond was going to get ejected. And he's not the only one to express that sentiment. Game 2 of the NBA Finals, Draymond made a mockery of it. The officials let him do it. He just came out acting all Draymond-like and throwing his feet around and tripping up Jaylen Brown. And, you know, again, he was doing it to get his teammates. It worked that night because he didn't get ejected. But obviously last night he did. And it's such a dangerous thing. As I said, after 8 years of broadcasting MMA, I can tell you if he had any idea how to apply a rear naked choke, that could have been bad. But instead, it was kind of an awkward one. And Rudy Gobert didn't really fight back. He was just looking to see if anybody was going to do anything about it. And I don't think the league has a choice here.
No, I don't think there's no choice at all. I just think that from previous behavior, that's what they're going to look at. And so you're probably going to say Draymond's out 5 games. Maybe they might send a message 10 games. Who knows? And Golden State right now could be in a little trouble.
Especially because they played the game without Steph Curry, who had been their entire team to this point, and they lost. Anthony Edwards, the reigning player of the week, he has been, I'm telling you, this dude right now, so far early in the season, is top 5 player. Now, obviously, it's going to be tough when teams start going after him with double teams and things like that, but I've been telling you for a year and a half, this is a superstar, an elite player. And that computer projection everybody was laughing at a month ago at the start of the year that had Boston and Minnesota meeting in the NBA Finals, people aren't laughing about that anymore.
Well, I think, obviously look at Minnesota and you say, well, are they going to come back down to earth? Well, the thing you also add into that is Karl Anthony Towns has played well. And if he's playing well, then that gives them another dimension.
Yeah, or another dimension to trade if they decide he doesn't fit in with Anthony Edwards. But, again, a lot of drama still yet to unfold. It's been bad drama in Memphis. They are 2-9. They got blown out by the Lakers. And just to make matters worse, this happened.
I think he comes down on Austin Reeves right there.
Yep.
As Reeves was delivering the lob to Anthony Davis. Well, let's talk about he walks gingerly to the Grizzlies locker room.
Not only horrific news for Memphis to have Marcus Smart out when you're already 2-9 and losing ground in the Western Conference. An ankle sprain, he'll be reevaluated. Obviously, it looked bad when it happened. As here we are now, Max, 4 days out from the first ever Marcus Smart versus the Celtics game Sunday night in Memphis.
Well, the opportunity was there when you think about these guys playing together and playing against Marcus Smart. I kind of hate to see that, but at the same time, that's part of the game, brother.
There was actually some more brawling in the San Antonio-Oklahoma City game as Zach Collins got a little bit uppity. So did Sohan. It got a little chippy in that game with Chet Holmgren. San Antonio wins that game easily, 123-87. Let me float this out now because we have an opportunity to do it. For years, I've talked about how Rookie of the Year is never treated the same way as the other awards, taking into account the success of the team. They just generally give it no matter how bad the team is. This could be a tipping point year for this if it comes down to Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama, because OKC is going to be so far ahead of them in the standings. I wonder if that's going to play in.
Well, it's a possibility. but it depends on what happens right now with Wimmy. He hasn't really played as well here lately. How will he play going down the stretch?
Denver beat the Clippers last night 111-108, which means the James Harden Clippers have played 5 games and they have lost all 5.
Okay. More news?
Meanwhile, Tyrese Maxey had a 50 the other night. Atlanta's playing very well. So is Miami. They both have big win streaks. They moved into the top half.
I'm surprised at that. Surprised that Miami has won.
They really have bounced back. They've won 6 in a row very quietly, and they're 2-0 in their group in the in-season tournament, which puts them on the inside track to get a home game to maybe go to Las Vegas. Very quietly, they've won 6 in a row. They did beat Charlotte yesterday. Interesting game tonight for Minnesota. Second night of a back-to-back. They'll take that 7-game win streak into Phoenix, where the Suns are finally going to have everybody healthy.
Well, the Suns need to have some people right now getting healthy because they have kind of struggled with their basketball club.
All right, that's your trip around the NBA. Celtics and Sixers. Jaylen Brown out. Kristaps Porzingis out. Joel Embiid is in. Can the Sixers hold serve again at home? We'll talk about that and more with Joe Mazzulla, who in that conversation was before it was official about Joel Embiid. We'll cover it both ways next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Since 1872, Yellowstone Bourbon has shared a spirit with our national parks. Because it's crafted for the benefit and enjoyment of the people. All people. So no matter who you are or where you're from, the park is never more than a pour away. Visit YellowstoneBourbon.com to find it near you. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
At TLC Laser Eye Centers, we want you to get LASIK as much as you do. That's why we partner with most vision insurance plans, Cigna, VSP, and IMED, and more. At TLC, being able to accept vision insurance is just one more way we're helping the world see better with less dependency on glasses and contacts. Visit TLCoffer.com to book your consultation today. TLC Laser Eye Centers, the doctor's choice for LASIK.
With Starbucks Holiday Blend for Nespresso Virtuo, now exclusively at Target, there are even more ways to share the joy. Savor every smooth and festive sip all holiday season with friends and family at home to fill every indulgent day with cheer.
Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight continues from Philadelphia as we close in on the Celtics and the Sixers, minus some key absences. Our conversation with Joe Mazzulla is brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market. Download the Shaw's and Star Market deals and delivery apps today. Save on groceries and gas. Go shop and get rewards. Shaw's and Star Market, official supermarkets on the Boston Celtics Radio Network. All right, I want to start with this. Question is going to be, and I'll explain it, how do you evaluate a game? When we watch the New York game live, Max and I are commenting, it seemed like a high-level game as it was happening. Yeah. But you're watching games over after the fact. Does stuff that you're seeing in real time usually hold up when you watch it again?
Most of the time. You might miss, 5 or 6 possessions, and then I'll go back and look and say, we could have ran a different play, or we could have attacked a different matchup here where we didn't get to what we quite wanted. But on the defensive end, it could be like, that was more of a breakdown than we thought it was, or that was a harder shot than we thought it was. And so it's about 5 possessions on each side. But for the most part, you have a good feel for what our team is doing on both ends of the floor.
There's a funny moment in your pregame media when they were asking about the injuries, when the injury report had already come out that Kristaps and Jaylen weren't going to play tonight. And whether you knew or you didn't know, it didn't really matter. But the question is, how does the flow of information during a strange day? Doc always talks about whenever he'd see the medical people coming towards him during the day, he'd try to lock his door because he knew it wasn't going to be good news. He didn't want to hear it. You must have an idea, but people just assume things that are not going to happen independently. When do you find out during the course of a day that player A is out, player B is out?
It just depends. There is good communication. There's a lot of text chains and emails. I just don't always pay attention to them. And sometimes I don't know if we're doing it before the media session or if we're waiting until the second. It just depends on if that guy really can play or if he can't play. So But what I try to do is like stay out of it for the longest possible as I can, so that there isn't like this, what if he does this, what if he does that? And so I'm more just try to focus on the things that are like, what are the exacts tonight? And then I get excited about the times where it changes and you have to think on the fly.
Which you may have to do with the Sixers tonight because of a game-time decision with the MVP. So that is a situation where normally things happen, you kind of roll with it. That's a significant difference. This team with or without Joel Embiid, obviously. There must be a way to think through the process of, no pun intended, of having him or not playing against him throughout the course of the day.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously, I think we have a good enough feel as to what it's like when he plays. And so I think it's more focused on being ready for the 2 or 3 things that might change if he doesn't. And so having a heightened awareness to Maxey, having a heightened awareness to Melton and Harris, having a heightened awareness to their second unit. And then, do they go to some zone in the second unit? Do they go to some zone to try and change the dynamic of the game? So, and some of that is you have to be ready to have an open mind during the game because they might do something that you weren't prepared for. So can you kind of think on the fly and get to that? So this is kind of the interesting one where like you sit around for 15, 20 minutes and you don't really know what's going to happen, but you have a plan for all of it.
This will be, I'm going to accept the first ever conversation about Sam Hauser without talking about shooting. Last year, we knew what other teams were going to do. I invented the term the Hauser hunt because of what other teams were trying to do, and it seemed like they were taking themselves out of their offense because they were so determined to go at him. This year, he is clearly doing the other things now. He's rebounding. Every single thing you have to do to stay on the floor outside of the obvious things that he does, and it's really been apparent the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has been doing those. I've seen him since I coached him in Summer League. I've seen him be able to just he's in the right spot at the right time, because of his ability to understand the game. And so he can see the plays, and I've been watching that, and so really happy with just his overall development as a player to where you're just not defined as a shooter. He's a guy that can read 2-on-1s, and then defensively, like you said, I think he's holding up really well, and he's helping us rebound.
And speaking of young players taking the next step, Tyrese Maxey thing is fascinating to me because we've talked about being empowered as a young player. You have to be confident to earn the trust of a coach. You have to play well to earn that confidence and it's this sort of catch-22 thing about where that comes in. Obviously, Maxey has crossed over into that plane, but that's a very tricky thing.
No, I mean, I kind of seen it when I first got into the league working with younger players and first-year players and rookies it's really hard for these guys to play sometimes because there's a lot of unknowns, but I've seen players at all levels really progress when they have an identity, when they have constants. When they know that they're empowered and when they don't have to look over their shoulder and say, hey, coming out of the game for this or that. And so it doesn't matter if you're an all-star or superstar or not. Like, you need empowerment, you need constants in this league so that you can continue to work through them. And, he's been a product of that, and so have our guys. I think Peyton and Sam are 2 guys that have paid dividends because of those constants. They know they're in the rotation. They know they're playing every game. They know where they're getting shots from, and they know we need them to have a significant role for us to be a good team.
That's Joe. I would, it's just me. You do whatever you want. I check your phone now. If it's me, I'm checking just because it seems like that kind of night. How long can you go with that? I'm impressed because most of us can't go more than 3 seconds without it.
I don't look at it.
Look at Brian Olive over there. He hasn't been in office for 5 minutes.
So when's the deadline? You have to know by 35? Is that it?
On the clock, yeah.
So
36, 37.
36, 37, I start getting a little antsy.
But you could be a lot of text. My point is that you could be like, bing, 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 and you're just scrolling and scrolling.
No.
All right, we'll do Celtics and Sixers. If Joe's not out at the start of the game, he's checking his messages.
That's the head coach. We got the Celtics and Sixers. It's coming up next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
With Yellowstone Bourbon, the park is always just a pour away. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
Welcome to What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got a call from Millie. What's up?
Hi, Jake. What if, hypothetically, a moose gets mad at my car and...
rams into my windshield, hypothetically.
Oh, just file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Great, but what if the moose eats my phone, hypothetically?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
This holiday, when you give love, you can't go wrong. With Zales jewelry that's made to love and made to last. Love real. Zales.
Need an oil change? Castrol has teamed up with a Walmart Auto Care Center so you can get your oil changed while you shop. Shorten your to-do list and extend the life of your engine by choosing Castrol GTX High Mileage Motor Oil at your Walmart ACC. Better oil, better service.
At Fogo de Chão, you don't need a reason to celebrate, but here are some ideas. It's the anniversary of your cousin's third date? Slice into a tender double-cut pork chop. You mowed the lawn today. A rich bone-in ribeye aged 21 days just for this moment. And why not have Fogo host your housewarming party with decadent lamb picanha marinated in white wine? And they're all included at one price. That alone is reason to celebrate. Make a reservation at fogo.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Opening night in New York, the Celtics and Knicks battled down to the wire in a tight game. Monday's rematch in Boston was a three-point game midway through the fourth. Then Jason Tatum reminded everybody that he is, in fact, Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown deep on the right side. Got to take a three. No good. Would have moved him past Marcus Smart on the Celtics all-time list. Derek White runs Brunson down from behind and just rips the ball away. Grand theft, Derek White. Moves into the corner to Tatum. This could do it here. Tatum to the corner for three. Good night.
Ooh-wee. Man, somebody get some grease out because they fried doggone fish up in here.
14 in the quarter, 32 in the game for Jason Tatum. 1 week ago, the Sixers staked their claim to the early season East with a three-point win over the Celtics. The schedule makers now give them a chance to show it was real. The top two teams in the East, and to the winner goes the pole position. It's the game of the night in the NBA, Celtics and Sixers next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Clinton Savings Bank, Catcher's Law, and by Hub International New England.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
By Town Fair Tire, Shaw's and Star Market, and by Ticketmaster.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
Also brought to you by Jack's Abbey Brewing, Wendy's, the Commuter Rail, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
And if we ever got used to being here, the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, where if you count the postseason and the preseason, the Celtics are playing their 8th game in the last 8.5 months tonight for the Eastern Conference lead. Philadelphia will have Joel Embiid starting up front with Tobias Harris and Robert Covington in for the injured Kelly Oubre. That is a story that continues to unfold here in Philadelphia with a lot of speculation regarding that injury. DeAnthony Melton and the red-hot Tyrese Maxey starting at the point for Philadelphia. Maxey, the breakout star of the early season NBA. The Celtics, no Jaylen Brown, no Kristaps Porzingis will sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Drew Holiday, UCLA.
Sam Hauser, University of Virginia.
Jason Tatum, Duke University. Al Horford, University of Florida.
Max's Keys to the Game brought to you by your local New England Honda dealer. Adventure more, worry less with a certified pre-owned Honda and Honda back benefits. Learn more at NewEnglandHondaDealers.com.
Keeping the 76ers off the glass, not allowing second chance opportunities. When the Celtics had control of the basketball game when they were here the last time in the second quarter, you had Reed came in and got 4 offensive rebounds and changed the tenor of this game.
In that game here, we have to think all the way back to 1 week ago. How bizarre is it? Consecutive road games for the Celtics in Philadelphia, but a week apart. Still, Philadelphia scored 39 points in that second quarter, outscored the Celtics by 12 in a game they won by 3. Remember the furious comeback in the final minute. Kristaps Porzingis had the open 3 that rimmed out, and that's how the game ended, even though Joel Embiid was out of bounds when he got that rebound. So that's the only game the Celtics have lost in regulation, but this obviously is going to be a different feel here. And Jason Tatum's numbers have been beyond insane as far as on court, off the court, early in the year. Let's see what they look like tonight without two big-time all-star caliber players playing alongside them.
Well, the things you have to pick up. Have to pick up on the glass, who has done an excellent job, and you're probably going to have to pick up some scoring. Hauser's been playing really well, but I tell you who's not going to shoot as poorly. Probably going to be Derek White, who only had one basket in that last game.
And he was only 6 of 18 in the game here last week. Do we see some Drew Holiday on Joel Embiid to take the heat off Al Horford so he doesn't get in foul trouble?
It's a possibility early in the basketball game, but if you were him, what you do, you post up and take a mouse in the house.
Celtics wearing the new city editions that they debuted for the in-season tournament. White uniforms with green letters and numbers, gold trim. They go left to right. Philadelphia wearing the road blue. White letters, white numbers, red trim. They will go right to left. Joel Embiid wins it into the backcourt. Tyrese Maxey will bring Philadelphia up front, and away we go. Thanks for spending part of your Wednesday night with us. Showdown atop the Eastern Conference here in Game 11. Maxey push pass into the corner. Melton, good look at a three. Swish.
And a penetrating dribble. I'm sure that's what they're saying about the Celtics. They will collapse.
Drew Holiday picked up by Covington. Hand off to Sam Hauser. Said making his 9th career start. First touch for Tatum. He's got Embiid lined up. Finds Hauser coming off a screen. Straightaway three. No good. Wide right. And the rebound belongs to Maxey. Sam Hauser is leading the NBA in November in true shooting percentage.
Carry.
Turns his hand over on it. They don't call it. He gets
Carried
it back to
again.
Embiid. Maxey down the left side. Switches to the right hand, but the floater comes up short. And Derek White has the rebound.
Maybe I must be watching another game.
Through the logo, Derek White picks up his dribble, throws back to Al Horford, swings into the right corner. Tatum, he's going to attack, floated pass all the way back to Holiday on the wing. Now Derek White with 10 on the shot clock. Return to Holiday. He's got a pretty good look. Left side three, rims out, offensive rebound. Hauser almost got it away from Embiid, but he just punched it into the hands of Maxey. Embiid has been passing very well. Throws a bounce entry. Tobias Harris against Drew Holiday. Rises into contact. Lays it over the left hand. No good. Good job by Holiday to defend without fouling. And here's Al Horford. Threads the needle on a bounce pass for Tatum, who goes in on Covington and draws the foul.
And you know what? Tatum could have beat him with the quick step, but he chose then just to get the contact, make it simple, hit him with the body, and now you go to the line. The game is so simple sometimes when you think it out. You may have mentioned one time when we talked about the game and said, as a rookie player, you come in and it is like Venus. It is like flying. And after a while, the pace starts to slow down in the game and you see things completely different because you know you have a little bit more time.
And you just used the expression. Jason Tatum chose. And this is where he is right now. He's choosing on the fly to do different things.
Well, and that's what great players do. They have the latitude to do that.
Two of the top 5 players in the league on the floor right now. And Tatum and Embiid lead for Tobias Harris. Drew Holiday got that tricky right hand in there to punch the ball away, but just out of bounds. Philadelphia will get it back.
Celtics doing this job of in the backcourt where it's a matchup little zone. And they've confused a couple of teams. Got in the backcourt.
The top 4 right now have to be Embiid, Jokic, Tatum, and Anthony Edwards.
You know what? Maxey would have to probably be put in there.
Well, Maxey would hurt Embiid's chances, MVP-wise, because he's had such a great start. Embiid turns to face on Horford, exposed the ball for a second. Holiday showed, and Embiid ends up having it knocked away instead by Al Horford because he was distracted by Drew Holiday. That looks like a pitcher who gets disturbed by a runner leading away from first. Hauser moves into the corner. Derek White drives baseline. They take it away, throws to the far corner to Holiday. Holiday backing down Maxey. That's who they want to attack. Holiday gets him in very deep and scores with the left hand. Maxey's not strong enough to deal with Drew Holiday.
Mouse in the house. That time took him to the box. That's where you want those small guys at.
Celtics first lead is 4-3. Maxey switches to the left hand. He goes left and then throws it into the corner for an open Harris three. Well, we're used to Maxey exploding, but he did it that time going left, which he doesn't do very often. Tatum to his right, goes downhill, blows past Embiid, who comes late to block the shot, but that's an easy goaltend call against Joel Embiid. Give the 2 to Jason Tatum, and we're tied at 6.
The quickness of Tatum to get all the way to the basket and just put that ball up on the glass.
Covington, process comes full circle. He's back in Philadelphia. He's trapped right at half court. He steps through it, gets it away to Embiid, finds the open man, Harris, for the 2-hand slam. Celtics gamble on defense to get burned.
When you break that double team, then you're going to have problems.
8-6, Philadelphia by 2. Derek White straight away finds Holiday on the left wing. Now in the corner, Al Horford, right-hand dribble. And beat on him. Gets it back from Tatum. Horford turns to face. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid, hand in his face. Horford takes the jumper anyway. Swish.
That's going to be the matchup. Al had him in the ISO, and Tatum gave it back to him, said, big fella, go to work down there.
Al Horford scores before Joel Embiid tonight. 3:15 in. We're tied at 8. Maxey switches to the right hand, explodes to the goal, lays it up no good, but nobody boxed out Covington, and he throws down the offensive rebound with 2 hands.
What did I say about second chance opportunity?
That's what killed the Celtics. That transition in the second quarter here last week. Holiday coming downhill, switches to the left hand, scored, and the foul on the backpedaling Tobias Harris, and Drew Holiday will go to the line for a chance for 3 and to break the tie.
He is very good at that. This time to get by, and boy, I tell you what, Tobias Harris screamed at somebody like, looked like it was Joel Embiid. Get back in the paint and help me out, especially if you have Al Horford.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Embiid. Played big minutes last night. Sixers lost to Indiana. In the in-season tournament, Pacers in great position now because they're 2-0 with a big scoring differential. Drew Holiday misses the free throw, but the rebound comes right back to him. Celtics have it at a tie game, 3.5 minutes in. Holiday spins to his right, leans in over Melton, lays it up with the left hand, no good. Embiid helped defensively, and he's got the rebound. Joel Embiid lumbering into the front court. Scoop pass to Melton, turns on Hauser, attacks Horford, lays it up no good. Offensive rebound, again Covington. 2-hand slam. Back-to-back offensive rebound slams for Covington. 12-10, Philadelphia by 2. Drew Holiday, 4 minutes in. Straight away. Swing past Tatum, he's got a pretty good look. Right side 3, short front iron on the rebound for Harris. Tatum shoots 40% from 3, 53% from the floor coming in. Harris for Covington. Covington attacking Hauser. Throws out to Maxey. He's going to attack baseline. Shovel back to Covington. Pretty good look. Straight away 3. Rims out. Rebound Tatum. Remember, Philadelphia shot it very poorly from 3 in the first meeting. Horford for Hauser. Has the ball punched away out of bounds by Melton. It's a different test for Hauser. Not only playing with the starting 5, but playing against another team's starting 5.
When you're playing against all the big boards, there's no soft spots out there defensively.
Tatum. Yeah, because he's on the Clippers now. Tatum against Tobias Harris. Kick out Al Horford, straight away 3. No good. He kind of launched that a little bit. Put a little extra on it. Melton to the logo. Al's had a rough start shooting the ball. Entry to Embiid. Turns on Horford. Creates room. Horford did not want to foul, and Embiid just stepped back into him and laid it in.
Boy, that big boy just moved everybody out the way.
14-10, Philadelphia by 4. Tatum. Right-hand dribble, using the Horford screen, sets up for a 3 and drills it.
Great pass, great pick there by Al to give him separation to get that jump shot off.
Tatum's got 7. 14-13, Philadelphia by 1 here in minute number 6. Maxey. Left-hand dribble, Derek White in front of him, so Maxey steps back into a 3. Launched that, no good. Rebound Holiday. That dude was not a good-looking shot. Drew Holiday, a couple of rebounds already. Goes behind the back of the bounce pass. Horford up, fakes on Embiid, and hands back to Holiday. Turns back to his left on Melton. They both fall down. No foul call on either side, so Horford picks it off the floor, throws out to Hauser, who knocks down a 3. Man, crazy sequence.
If 3 guys fall like that, like bowling ball pins, it has to be a call something like
16-14, Celtics by 2. Joel Embiid against Al Horford. Will shovel pass for Covington. Spins on Tatum. Goes to the right hand off the window and in. Tie game.
Covington surprised as he's knocking down shots.
He's got 6. Tied at 16 midway through the first. Derek White finds Holiday in behind Melton. Easy 2. Laying it in with the left hand. Timeout Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse said, nah, I don't like that. Pick and roll. Nobody's to the back. But with Al Horford hitting a couple of shots makes Embiid stay out of the paint where you're soft on the interior.
No Porzingis, no Jaylen Brown, but the Celtics are 7 of 12 to begin the game. 5:52 to go, opening quarter. Boston 18, Philadelphia 16 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
A Celtic family Christmas comes to UConn's Jorgensen Center for the Performing Arts on Sunday, December 3rd at 3 p.m. Featuring world-renowned fiddle virtuosos Natalie McMaster and Donnell Leahy, Canada's reigning couple of Celtic music and their talented kids. Don't miss this high-energy show filled with music, dance, and storytelling. Get your tickets today for a Celtic family Christmas at jorgensen.uconn.edu.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio. Celebrating their 30th year, our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is offering a 125% sign-up bonus plus up to 30 risk-free bets.
It's called Bet Protect, the perfect offer for crazy plays, like the famous butt fumble. It's the GOAT of embarrassing plays.
Really, remember when you bet me you could do a live show with a GOAT as your co-host, and he face-kicked you?
Thankfully, I didn't take the under on that one.
Anyway, folks, get Bet Protect today. The industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus plus up to 30 risk-free bets. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island wants you to stay healthy during cold and flu season. I'm Dr. Christopher Adiano, reminding you to protect yourself against the flu by getting the flu shot. You should also stay up to date on your COVID vaccines. If you have questions, talk to your provider.
With Neighborhood, you can get high-quality, affordable health insurance for you and your family. To learn how to join, call 1-401-459-6075. At Neighborhood, we're here for you.
With up to $500 off Peloton tread purchases, there's no better time to bring it home for the holidays and run like nobody's watching. Unleash yourself. Jog nasty. Sprint with swag. Why walk when you can strut? Ain't no one in the room but you. Unwrap Tread Endurance, Boot Camp, and walking classes to keep your holidays moving. For our best offer of the season, head to onepeloton.com/offers. Work out like nobody's watching. All access membership separate. Terms apply.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Celtics off to a good start, trying to get Drew Holiday going early. He is 3 for 5. He's got 6. Tatum's got 7. Al Horford has matched Joel Embiid to this point. The Celtics lead by 2, 18-16 midway through the first.
Well, you move the ball really well. You're anticipating. If there's one area you have to clean up, if you're the Celtics right now, second chance opportunities. Covington's got 2 in a row, 2 dunks in a row. They'll come in, they're going to crash the boards. But because they crash the boards, if you get a clean rebound, you're going to be able to run the other way because they're lopsided coming towards the glass.
Last week, Joe Mazzulla told us that he was really looking for an opportunity to get Delano Banton some meaningful minutes. Well, that night has arrived. With the injuries that the Celtics are dealing with, Banton is going to check into the game midway through the first quarter. He and Peyton Pritchard will be the first 2 off the bench. And now Jason Tatum comes out with the Celtics up by 2. We've talked ad nauseum about the ridiculous on-court, off-court numbers for Tatum here, the runaway NBA leader in plus-minus in net rating through the first 10 games. Tobias Harris deep on the right side against Hauser. Lobs an entry to Embiid. Turns to face on Al Horford. Gets him to the mid-block. Pounding it once, twice, turns, fades. No good. Rebound. Hauser deflects it to Banton, and Melton went up, and he got spilled trying to jump over Pritchard. Celtics have a 5-on-4. Holiday going to shoot a 3. It is no good. Banton inside out. The big guard taps in an offensive rebound.
Banton, good size, man. Looks like he's about 6'8", long arms, very athletic.
He gets those 2 back that Sixers have gotten on the Covington offensive rebounds. 20-16. Embiid. Starting 5 stays on the floor for Philly. Remember, they're on the second night of a back-to-back. Celtics are not. Melton, left-hand dribble. Almost ran into Embiid. Throws a bounce pass to the cutter, Covington, and he is fouled by Banton. And Covington will have to earn it at the free throw line.
Covington's been a little revelation here. This time moving well without the ball, coming on the back door. Banton kind of looking at the play and didn't identify where he was on the floor, and he just beat him going back door.
Must be so strange for Covington to come back into this environment and not see Brett Brown and TJ McConnell and the early parts of the process here, which he was one of the leaders for about 3 or 4 years in a row. Nobody had attempted more threes in the NBA than Covington when he was playing here in Philadelphia.
Well, you put him in that position to be a shooter. And the thing about the NBA, the way the threes rain now, if you're a three-point threat, and you can knock them down, you can stay in the league for a while.
Patrick Beverley has stayed in the league for a while. He will check in. First Sixer off the bench. Free throw is good for Covington. He's got 8 in the first 7 minutes, and the Celtics lead by 2, 20-18. Peyton Pritchard out there with Holiday, Banton, Hauser, and Horford. Holiday for Horford, touches into the corner. Banton, good look at the 3. Air ball. Good look, not a good shot. Melton the rebound. Banton going back to Toronto. Celtics tomorrow for the Friday game. Covington, follow-away 3 from the corner, no good. Banton has another rebound. And he will outlet Peyton Pritchard up the right side against Marcus Morris, the former Celtic. Pritchard Left-hand dribble, push pass for Al Horford, steps into the free throw line. Morris waiting for him. Horford punishes him, throws back out to Pritchard, ducks the shoulder. Who's going to bail this possession out? Kick out, Horford looks off. Covington misses a three. Rebound comes right to Hauser. Quickly out to Pritchard. His three, right down the middle.
Good movement. Man, is Sam Hauser becoming the rebounding fool too?
He's rebounded. He has defended. Staying on the floor. We just talked about that with Joe Mazzulla. Melton gets into the paint. Celtics by 5, their largest lead. Marcus Morris in the corner against Banton. Morris, handoff, Patrick Beverly. Switches to the right hand, ducks the shoulder, forces it up, doesn't get the bounce, and Banton has another rebound. Banton's been active here. High left-hand dribble, finds Pritchard. Pritchard, shut off by Covington, stop and start. Covington takes away the paint again, handoff, Hauser, 10 on the shot clock. He returns it to Banton. Shot clock down to 7. Here's Banton coming downhill, past Covington, switches to the left hand, but he misses the layup, and Embiid has the rebound. Banton knocks it away from Embiid. He chased him down into the hands of Hauser, floats the lead ahead to Drew Holiday. Two-hand slam, and this unit looking like they've been playing together for years.
Embiid, nobody told him somebody was coming from behind.
2 turnovers where Embiid has just had the ball slapped away. Celtics up by 7. 9 minutes in. Embiid spinning on Horford, drives, muscles it up, and misses the shot in close. Celtics running the other way. Horford lead for Drew Holiday. Floats it to the corner, but Sam Hauser had started to attack the basket. They miss connection, and the Sixers will get it back when we return. 2:56 to go. Opening quarter, Boston 25, Philadelphia 18 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Need an oil change? Castrol has teamed up with a Walmart Auto Care Center so you can get your oil changed while you shop. Shorten your to-do list and extend the life of your engine by choosing Castrol GTX High Mileage Motor Oil at your Walmart ACC. Better oil, better service.
Mi embarazo con Maya fue normal. Todo estuvo bien hasta que nació. La cadera dislocada y a lo mejor traía consecuencias en la cabeza. El hospital Shriners me dio mucha esperanza. Yo siento que Mayita todavía tiene mucho que vivir y que hacer. Todo va a estar bien, gracias a los hospitales de Shriners.
Gracias. Por favor, visita moreshriners.org hoy.
Welcome to What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got a call from Millie. What's up?
Hi, Jake. What if, hypothetically, a moose gets mad at my car and rams into my windshield? Hypothetically.
Oh, just file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Great, but what if the moose eats my phone? Hypothetically.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
How many carbs are in this cheeseburger? I think it's 15 grams for a slice of bread. How many carbs are in these fries? Take a break with the MiniMed 780G insulin pump system. You don't need to be exact with carb counts. Your best guess is good enough. Visit medtronicdiabetes.com/780G system to learn more. System is for people with type 1 diabetes, ages 7 and over. Prescription required. Warning. Do not use SmartGuard feature for people who require less than 8 units or more than 250 units of insulin a day. See bit.ly/780G risks.
Hey, Doc. Nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next-day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/streaming to learn more.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Delano Banton had 6 rebounds in 28 minutes in the 4 games he had played so far this year. Coming in early tonight, he has 4 rebounds in this 3-minute sequence as the Celtics actually extend the lead with Jason Tatum out. And now we're going to have a completely different look with Banton, Cornette, Svi Mykhailiuk is going to check in with Drew Holiday and Peyton Pritchard.
Boy, you're putting a lot of pressure on these second-line guys.
By the way, did you notice anything unusual about that Peyton Pritchard 3?
First one he's had on the road.
Look
first basket.
At the big brain.
Small brain.
That's exactly right. He had missed his first 16.
That was in my game notes.
I'm sure that it was. Furkan Korkmaz is in for Philadelphia. Marcus Morris, little 10-footer, no good back iron. Rebound, Drew Holiday. Celtics look really good here. Holiday diagonal lead. Mihajlovic in transition. Fires up a three and drills it.
That dude right there, he comes in. He's a flamethrower. He don't care.
The Celtics on an 18-4 run have a double-digit lead. 28-18. Drew Holiday, speaking of blowing things up, knocks it away from Morris, goes the distance, scoops it up and in with the left hand. A spectacular run. 10 straight for the Celtics. They're up by 12. 30-18. Marcus Morris for Patrick Beverley. It's a Joel Embiid screen. Drew Holiday jumps out on him. Beverley. Push pass for House in the game for the first time. Return to Beverley. He's going to launch that straightaway three. It's short. You can tell it from here. And the rebound for Bantham. Sixers just 7 of 20 now after a good start. So they have missed 7 of their last 8 shots. Bantham gets the high screen from Luke Cornett. Switches behind the back with a dribble. Floats it from 10 feet. It comes up short. No Sports Center moment for Banton there. Patrick Beverley for the former Celtic Marcus Morris. 3 in transition. No good. Rebound Cornett. Boxing out Embiid. Lost the ball. Embiid grabs it away from him going over the back. And Banton smartly gives the foul.
If you're Luke in that situation, your one job is not to rebound. Your one job is to box out. Joel Embiid is going to come over the top. He's going to come to the ball. He's going to do whatever it takes to get his team started.
So my son is playing for his league championship tomorrow night. Okay. And he's a role player in his team with older kids. He's a rebounder. So I had him out yesterday. And you know what I was working on him with?
Box it now.
Exactly. What'd you always tell me?
Yeah.
Put your body on the guy.
And he will take you towards the rim.
That's what happened there. Tatum's going to come back in. And how unusual. When Tatum left, the Celtics were up by 2. He comes back in. The Celtics are up by 11. Should be 10 here. His second free throw for Joel Embiid, who has put up some ridiculous free throw attempt numbers against the Celtics over the last half decade. He knocks them both down. We are at 30-20. Boston by 10. Tatum back in with 90 seconds to go in the first. Payton Pritchard against Korkmaz. Bounce pass for Tatum left side. House leaning on him. Tatum spins to his left. Creates a pretty good look for himself, but his three is no good. Rebound Embiid pulls it away from Payton Pritchard. Embiid gets it back from Beverly. High stepping into Cornett. Pump fake. Scores off the window. Too easy.
No, he's playing against a second-tier player. What am I going to do? Attack you.
4 quick points for Embiid. 30-22. Boston lead out 8. Payton Pritchard circles the basket. Kick out Derek White. Pretty good look at a three. Swish.
Nice look. Nice pass. Derek White finally on the board.
Celtics 5 of 13 from distance. They have an 11-point lead. 33-22. House. Left-hand dribble. Dog by Pritchard. Kick out Korkmaz. Deep three left side. Boulder off the back iron. Rebound for Luke Cornett. 2 for 1 here for the Celtics. 35 seconds to go. Tatum knows it. Takes the quick three. This is going to bounce short. Rebound. Mihajlovic pounces on it and spins it off the window and in with the right hand.
Give credit to the Condor for keeping that basketball alive.
Celtics have their largest lead. They're up by 13 now. 22 on the game clock, 16 on the game clock for Philadelphia. It's exactly what you do against a team on the second night of a back-to-back.
How Payton Pritchard get over there?
Pritchard is on Embiid. Instead, the kick out to Beverly. He up fake, steps into the free throw line, puts an awkward arcing shot, no good. Tatum the rebound. Derek White releases. Tatum finds him. He goes the distance and gets fouled with 3.1 to go. And man, are the Celtics ever running in transition.
Sixers unglued now. And I'm not sure if I can identify that Payton Pritchard is on Embiid. Why wouldn't somebody else identify? But also give credit then that you knew that they were crashing the board. Tatum just flung that ball forward, and White just drove towards the rim where he's fouled.
In a start in which they have been as good as anybody in the NBA. Best net rating, best scoring differential. This last 6 or 7 minutes has been as impressive as any of them when you consider who has been on the floor.
Well, attacking the rim, Mihajlovic has come in, got a couple of baskets, bring a Holiday back in the game. 3 seconds here. The Celtics right now dominating this game so far.
Celtics trail by 4, about 5 minutes into this game. Derek White can now give them a 15-point lead with 3.1 to go in the quarter. Watching Pritchard next to Embiid. And Embiid just shoves him away as Derek White makes the free throw. He was playful, but he was making a point. 3 seconds to go. House steps into a half-court shot, hits the top of the backboard into the hands of Jason Tatum, who knows how to get those extra rebounds at the end of quarters. And this was a spectacular 7 minutes for the Celtics. They closed the first quarter on a 27-8 run, and they lead by 15 at the end of one. Boston 37, Philadelphia 22 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can't name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
Giving Tuesday es un movimiento global que promueve la cultura de dar para crear un mundo más solidario y generoso. Es un día para dar, compartir, pensar en los demás y actuar.
Gracias a la generosa aportación de un donante, tu contribución tendrá el doble de impacto para ayudar a más niños.
Como yo.
Como yo.
Y yo. Por favor, visítanos en línea.
Y cuando lo hagas, tu donación tendrá el doble de impacto.
With up to $500 off Peloton tread purchases, there's no better time to bring it home for the holidays and run like nobody's watching. Unleash yourself. Jog nasty. Sprint with swag. Why walk when you can strut? Ain't no one in the room but you. Unwrap Tread Endurance, Boot Camp, and walking classes to keep your holidays moving. For our best offer of the season, head to onepeloton.com/offers. Work out like nobody's watching. All access membership separate. Terms apply.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Oh, a spectacular first quarter for the Celtics tonight in Philadelphia. They lead by 15, playing without Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The home of the Bruins, Patriots, Revs, and Celtics. Boston's home for sports is 98.5, the Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
Grandy and Max sold out Wells Fargo Center here in South Philly, where we were a week ago, where the Celtics also played in the preseason, where they also played 3 games in the playoffs, where they also played a regular season game at the end of last year in April, and played the one that Jason Tatum won in the last game of February last year. So just a fluke of the schedule. The 2 regular season games here last year were right at the end. Then you had the playoffs, preseason game down here, and 2 of the first 10 games of the season are the 2 games in Philadelphia. So the question is, will the Celtics not be back here until next season, or will we be back here in May?
I think this is, you know how you always love to say, oh, Milwaukee, I think this is the place.
Jaden Springer and Paul Reed, especially a big factor in the game last week. They will check in with Maxey, Covington, and Harris. Celtics with Tatum, Pritchard, White, Cornette, and Mihailovic. 5 on the floor as the second quarter begins. Celtics going left to right. Maybe it's these new fancy jerseys. Bounce entry for Tatum. Tatum against Maxey. Baseline extended, 6 on the shot clock. Tatum going to shoot. He's got no problem taking it and making it.
Well, 6'9" versus about 6'4". This time bumped him with the body. I talked to Sam Cassell about that. He said, you need to punish those small guards.
Tatum's got 9. Celtics have their largest lead up by 17. Mihailovic went for the steal from Paul Reed. Couldn't get it. Reed drives, kicks to the far corner for a Springer 3. That ends a 29-8 run and a steal. Springer steps in front of Derek White, goes the distance, and slams it home. 5 quick points for Philadelphia, and the lead is down to 12. So last Wednesday, it was Reed that made the difference. Here, Springer's been a spark off the bench instantly. Peyton Pritchard out of the wing for Mihailovic. Looking Tatum's way. Tobias Harris now checking Tatum, a bigger guard. Tatum turns, fades, baseline, got another one. Whew. Who's next?
Who's next?
Tatum's
coming to
got
America.
11. Yeah, Tatum's got 11. That'll be $5.
Rocky Marciano.
He was 121 years old, Joe Louis was, when he fought him.
I love that.
Do you know, foul here on Tatum. Long way away from the basket. First on Tatum and be a side out of bounds. You know that they wrote that movie in a weekend.
I can imagine. It didn't seem like it was highly developed, but it was funny as heck.
5 games is the suspension for Draymond Green, says Woj. 14-point Boston lead here, 41-27. Tyrese Maxey back in the game against Derek White. Steps to his left, launches a 3, got it. Derek White got the hand out there, but Maxey made the shot.
Good challenge. And that's what you look for.
Lead quickly cut from 17 down to 11 for the Celtics, and this is with Tatum on the floor. 10-12 to go in the first half. Peyton Pritchard. Right hand dribble behind the Cornet screen. Lobs it, Cornet sneaks in behind everybody, and the Condor takes flight and throws it down with 2 hands.
Wow, that's nice.
I'm warming up to it. But Maxey flies right by everybody and goes under the wing of the Condor and scores off the glass to get the 2 right back, 43-32. Maxey's got 5 quick points here. He didn't score in the first quarter. Pritchard switches to the right hand, attacks Covington, scoops it high off the window and gets the bounce.
Well, and they planned him for the pass all the time. This time, tricked him.
45-32, Boston by 13. Maxey. Straight away, Derek White comes out to chase. Springer now against Pritchard, looking back towards Maxey, but Springer going to pound it into the floor, drive, spin, and he traveled.
Moved that back foot, then kind of slid it with that spin move.
Springer and Nick Nurse both have their palms up to the ceiling, asking for an explanation. Ed Malloy, Pat Frayer, the veterans, and C.J. Washington are the officials tonight. Peyton Pritchard. Watched by Harris, gets a Cornet screen. Pritchard up, fakes, moves to the Cornet. Bounce entry, bad one to Tatum, knocked away by Covington. Cornet turns it over. Covington for Paul Reed, attacks White and throws it away. He tried to throw it to the corner. Mihalik knew that was coming, was standing in the passing lane and just picked it off. 5 turnovers now for Philadelphia. Derek White sidles his way into the mid-block, loses the basketball, slapped away. It's loose on the floor. He dives, he and Covington, and they will jump it.
You know what? If you make one mistake, don't come back and make the same mistake again. This time, the ball slips out of your hand, and White has to get to a jump ball situation.
I wonder if Criss Cross knew this song was going to live on because there'll be jump balls forever. Philly wins this one. It's in the hands of Maxey. Gets the Reed screen, and Hauser jumps out at Maxey. Stutter step, dribbling between his legs, steps back on Hauser, throws it to the baseline, extended. Springer just dribbles backwards and hands to Harris, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Springer was lost on that possession. He just stumbled into Tatum and commits the offensive foul.
He was trying to get the ball up. He didn't want to handle the basketball, and because of that, Tatum was on his man and just hit him with a pick at the same time while he was dribbling the basketball.
Dallas has bounced back. Washington will do that for you. They got run out of the building by New Orleans last night, but they're up by 20 at halftime. Knicks up by 7 in Atlanta. Derek White, strong down the left side, fouled on his way in.
Well, I'm going to be interested in seeing what that New Orleans team does. There are times when I look at them, I'm like, oh, they're pretty good. And then other times they kind of get a little shaky, but I want to see, what Zion is bringing back to the table.
Now, Milwaukee without Giannis tonight, up in Toronto. They have a 13-point lead early in the second quarter. Damian Lillard has 14 points on just 5 shots.
Same time.
Celtics will fly to Toronto tomorrow afternoon in advance of the Friday night game, which is an in-season tournament game.
So we got another floor?
Another floor, and the Raptors will be wearing all gold jerseys.
Yeah. The engineer over here go, ooh. You said that a little loud, right?
Derek White gets the free throws. Lead is back to 15, 47-32. Racing up the middle of the floor, Tobias Harris. Goes back for Springer. Springer, return to Harris. Straight away up top against Hauser. Harris, jab step, now puts to the floor, left-hand dribble. Pritchard went for the steal, couldn't get it. Harris enters to Reed. How do the Sixers do in these non-Embiid minutes? Reed throws to the left corner. Covington cranks up a 3, no good. Offensive rebound. Paul Reed doing it again. Step back, scores off the glass.
Just got inside out. Outworked everybody around him.
47-34. Celtics by 13. 7:51 to go in the first half. Derek White behind the Cornette screen. Drives, throws back to the open man. The red hot Sam Hauser. 3 rims out. Rebound deflected out of bounds. Looked like by Cornette. And it's great. Cornette's got to learn to be like Al Horford and just lie every time. He just ducked his head and started walking back to play defense, and the officials gave the ball to the Sixers. Crowd taken out of this game early as that Celtics roared to that big lead. Maxey for Reed. Reed holding it over his head. Moves to the left corner. Covington drives on Peyton Pritchard. Lays it up with the right hand and scores. Great move by Covington on the baseline. He's been good here in the first half. He's got 10.
Now, if you're a guard, you can't get beat by a big going to the baseline.
Boston lead is down to 11. 47-36. Pritchard out of the corner. Hauser starts his drive on Maxey. Floats back to Tatum straight away. 8 on the shot clock. Tatum gets a screen from Cornette, coming downhill against Reed, elevates, lays it up with the left hand, blocked by Reed, and here come the Sixers. Springer ahead for Maxey. Maxey coming at Hauser, blocked from behind, out of bounds by Derek White. Technical foul coming up on Maxey. Showed up Edmund Malloy when he didn't get the foul call. So the Celtics will shoot a technical when we return. 6:59 to go in the first half. Boston 47, Philadelphia 36 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
With Yellowstone Bourbon, the park is always just a pour away. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
Hola, mi nombre es Gael y esta es mi historia. Tengo osteogénesis imperfecta. Desde que nací me he fracturado más de 80 huesos, pero no he dejado que eso me pare. Gracias a los hospitales Shores para niños, hoy puedo hacer cosas que nunca imaginé podrían ser posibles.
Niños como Gael tienen esperanza, sin importar la capacidad de pago de sus familias. Por favor, dona ahora en amorshriners.org.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio. Celebrating their 30th year, our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is going big.
That's right, Austin. Sports bettors can win a new truck, get the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus, and even get up to 30 risk-free bets.
Touchdown! BetUS also has a 150% casino sign-up bonus.
Blackjack, now you're talking, Austin. They also have live dealers and live betting on sports, including racetrack.
Get started today at BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Jake from State Farm here to answer your what ifs.
What if I need a policy, but I just can't choose?
An agent can help you choose. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
I'm James McComb, reporting live from home in my bathrobe and slippers. Tonight, we're talking Dunkin' Polar Peppermint Coffee. Gene's here with the latest. Gene, do you copy?
The home with Dunkin' is where you want to be.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Celtics by 11, 47-36 with 6:59 to go in the first half. As Nick Nurse mixing and matching here on the second night of a back-to-back. He has already played 11 guys here in a quarter and a half. Celtics don't have that kind of depth on the bench tonight because no Jaylen Brown, no Kristaps Porzingis. Al Horford and Sam Hauser started this game. Pritchard, Banton, Cornette, and Mihajlovic have been the 4 off the bench.
Well, looking for guys who are going to score the basketball. Brown being out of the game if he's just coming with us now. And Porzingis out with a knee contusion. Brown was woke up this morning, said he was sick. Let me add this part in. They said it wasn't COVID related.
How long do you think we'll have to keep saying that?
As long as guys go out, COVID's going to be around for a long time, but we still have to say it.
That's not what Aaron Rodgers says. Too bad they don't have a vaccine for knee ligaments.
Is he playing this year?
Oh, he said he is. He said he's coming back.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Jason Tatum is shooting the technical, and he misses it. Tatum, as brilliant as he has been through the first 10 games of the year, has not been automatic at the free throw line. He is under 80%.
I think a guy like Hauser would have him at the free throw line.
So Celtics have the starting lineup back on the floor with the exception of Cornette in for Horford. Maxey on the under out of bounds. Lobs it, deflected by Holiday again into the hands of Tatum. Drew Holiday is everywhere. Holiday deep on the right side against Springer. Throws the shoulder into him. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Whips a pass out to Sam Hauser, who steps forward to the line, then misses a three. Rebound by Reed. Sam Hauser just 1 for 4. He's been so hot since the start of November. Tobias Harris bumps it at Derek White, floats it up and in with the right hand. Philadelphia starting to be more physical, as Indiana was with them here last night. 6 straight for Philadelphia. Lead is down to 9. Kick out, Holiday to White. Pretty good look at a 3. No good. Back iron. Rebound. Ends up in the hands of Cornette, and he punches it towards Holiday. Did it go out of bounds off Holiday? It did. So Philadelphia will get it back.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. Grab the basketball. It doesn't work on radio here.
I was trying not to call Luke
Cornette
out, but yeah, Luke Cornette should have had that one.
2 hands on it, young man.
Celtics still +3 on the glass here. Celtics are the number 4 rebounding team in the league. Philadelphia is number 3, but obviously those numbers with Porzingis. Maxey for Harris. Sixers making their run here. They've cut it from 17 down to 9. Springer drives baseline, bumps to Derek White, puts it off the window and in. Springer's been very active here. 8 straight for Philadelphia. Lead is down to 7. 47-40, and again, the second quarter with Paul Reed on the floor has been a problem for the Celtics. Holiday, pump fake, gets in close, misses, rebound, Springer chased it down into the hands of Reed. Lead for Maxey, flies the distance and gets fouled by Derek White, and I mean flies down the distance.
Man, when he is coming at you, he is coming at you.
This is the second quarter we saw a week ago with Embiid out. Even more important tonight on the second night of a back-to-back. And the Sixers, just as the Celtics extended the lead with their second group out there with Banton and Mihailovic and Pritchard late in the first quarter, Sixers doing it here with Embiid and Melton out of the game. Maxey gets the first free throw. Second one would make it a 10-0 run here for Philadelphia.
Cole Beveridge got knocked out. That was about $12 probably.
So in the hotel today, I'm in the workout room in the hotel, Marcus Morris staying there.
They give you those first couple of weeks.
Always good to see him. He was really fun dude to have around. 10 straight for Philadelphia. Lead is down to 5. 47-42. Boston in front, 5:25 to go in the first half. Luke Cornette and Drew Holiday steps back behind the screen, straightaway 3. Celtics stay cold, and Reed has the rebound.
Not getting too many good looks right now.
Celtics 5 of 18 from 3, 13 of 18 inside 3. Maxey shovel pass ahead to Reed, sidles in past Cornette, misses the reverse layup. Tatum has his 3rd rebound. Lead for Hauser. Hauser blows past Covington, scoops it off the window and in, reversing it up.
What word did you use? Blowing by somebody?
How about that?
Whoa.
Sam Hauser. This is his second bucket. He's got 5. Boston lead is 7. 49-42. They led by 17 early in the second quarter. Tobias Harris against Drew Holiday. Backs it out. All this happening with Embiid out of the game. He's getting ready to check back in. Harris floats to Reed, standing on the 3-point line. He launches. Got it. First 3 of the year for Paul Reed gets Philadelphia within 4. Well, he has killed the Celtics in these 2 games. Holiday gets in deep, floats up an awkward shot, no good, but he gets the rebound, tapping it back to Hauser. They swing it around the horn from Tatum to Derek White for a corner 3.
That is believing in the next guy. Tatum could have forced that shot up, but this time saw wide open White in the corner.
Second chance points now 10-8 in favor of the Celtics. We'll lead by 7 with 4:04 to go in the first half. Joel Embiid's only had to play 12 minutes. Maxey, step back, deep 3 on Tatum. Air ball off Reed, out of bounds, Boston ball.
Man, Reed has been so active. Again, just get inside out, able to get the basketball. Got his hands on that one too.
I have Reed at a +8 here in 8 minutes.
Holiday comes back in, had a couple of baskets.
Joel Embiid a -15 as he played that entire first quarter. Drew Holiday against Maxey. Puts in the hands of Tatum. Tatum an 11-point first half. Right hand dribble, kick back to Mihailovic. Mihailovic attacks, return to Tatum. Pretty good look, right side 3, short, rebound Embiid.
Tatum trying to say he got hit on the arm.
Maxey into the front court, looking for Embiid, the trailer. Going to hand off to Jaden Springer. Springer against Drew Holiday. Embiid wants it in the post against Horford. Instead, he goes free throw line and Melton. Melton backs it out against Tatum. Shot clock down to 7. Melton steps to his right behind the Embiid screen and knocks down a 3.
Big body again. Now Joe Mazzulla wants the timeout.
It is a 16-5 run for Philadelphia, and they got the MVP back in the game, which is with the Boston lead down to 4. 3:14 to go first half. Boston 52, Philadelphia 48 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can't name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
I'm James McComb, reporting live from home in my bathrobe and slippers. Tonight, we're talking Dunkin' Polar Peppermint Coffee. Gene's here with the latest. Gene, do you copy?
The home with Dunkin' is where you want to be.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this,
Thanks, Mom.
fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one? No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Black Friday savings are on at Metro Mattress. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and up to $700 off a Purple mattress and base set and 25% off accessories. Shop Black Friday today at Metro Mattress.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Sixers beat the Celtics here last Wednesday night, and they did it with a big second quarter. Keyed by Paul Reed. The exact same thing is happening here tonight. And the Sixers have come from 17 down to get within 4, 52-48 with 3:14 to go in the first half. And it was inevitable. It was going to be one of these reverse nights for Jason Tatum, whose on-court, off-court numbers were so ridiculous. Tonight, to this point, the Celtics are a +8 with Tatum out of the game and a -4 with him in.
Well, other guys have stepped up and knocked down a couple of shots, but I told you before, the second chance opportunities have been really the difference in this game. Reed came in and got some nice baskets and made a difference. Springer, look what he's done so far in the game. 7 points in this game. So there are opportunities again. Guys who shouldn't be scoring. Paul Reed ended up hitting a 3. That's his first 3 of the year.
Paul Reed, 7 points, 2 rebounds, +11 in his 8 minutes in the game. But Embiid back in there now. Springer stays out there for Covington. Celtics have Mihailuk off the bench with the other 4 starters, Holiday, Hauser, Tatum, and Horford. Celtics ball leading by 4. Sam Hauser zips to the free throw line. Holiday, kick out to Mihailuk. Ball fake, drives, little circus pass from under the basket, deflected, and stolen by Maxey. Mihailuk turns it over. Maxey picked up by Tatum, right side. Entry to Embiid, hand back to Maxey. Creeps in on the baseline, throws back out to Embiid.
Embiid, did he look for the shot?
He's not even looking. Yeah, nowhere. It didn't look to drive on Horford, nothing. He wants it back in the hands of Maxey, who's going to go cross court to Harris. Shot clock is down to 3. Tobias Harris drives baseline, floats it up and in. Scored, and a bad foul committed by Sam Hauser. A chance for a 3-point play to make it a 1-point game.
Hauser had him to the baseline, couldn't go anyplace, and then let up on him. Then he just hit him with the bodies going toward the baseline. Get over. Your worst place where you would let anybody go is to the baseline because there's no help. Have to send him back to the middle.
Celtics landed the first punches in this one, catching the Sixers back on their heels on the second night of a back-to-back. Celtics, shorthanded as they were to a 17-point lead after Tatum had the first bucket of the second quarter, but it's been all Philadelphia since, and the three-point play for Tobias Harris cuts it to one. 52-51, Boston in front, 2:32 to go until the break. Derek White, straight away against Maxey. Tatum floats all the way out deep on the left side, watched by Springer. Horford sets the screen. Tatum steps into an open three, circles the rim, no good. Tatum's gone cold, and the rebound for Maxey. Tatum was hitting tough shots earlier, and now he's missing the easy one. Tobias Harris bumps with Hauser, floats one up, bounces in, and the Sixers have the lead.
But just knocked him away with the body.
21-5 is the Philadelphia run here. They go from down 15 to up 1. Derek White strong down the right side, floats it over the charging Embiid, and the Celtics regain a lead. 54-53, 12 for Derek White. Maxey, high left-hand dribble into the 7 of the 76ers logo at center court. Back in the hands of Harris. Here's the entry to Embiid. Horford holding his ground. Baseline extended. 7 on the shot clock. Embiid's follow-away jumper. No good. Rebound deflected, but eventually into the hands of Drew Holiday. Holiday races up the middle of the floor. Dribbles behind his back. No look for Tatum on the wing. Tatum dribbles behind his back, and a reach-in foul committed by Maxey. Sixers had the foul to give. We're under 2 minutes, so fans don't like the replay, but they're a little annoyed with Ed Malloy for calling that technical on Maxey earlier. Tatum inbound to Al Horford straight away against Embiid and away from the ball. We got an offensive foul here against Derek White. Derek White and Harris both ended up on the ground. Right off the inbound. That would be another Boston turnover. Ooh. Harris was trying to stay with Tatum, and he rolled over Derek White, and that was a foul on White. So now the Sixers trying to regain the lead, down by 1, with 1:14 to go in the first half. Maxey, bounce pass for Tobias Harris. Harris 2 steps in, kicks to the corner. Melton puts in the hands of Embiid against Al Horford. Embiid driving, spinning, all alone. Horford gambled, take 1 slap and a steal when he couldn't get it. Embiid just laid it in. Sixers back in front. 8 points, 5 rebounds for Joel Embiid. Holiday slat drive, throws out to Horford straight away. He's able to save a bad pass. Here in the final minute, now Tatum. Working on Maxey, kick out. Holiday all alone, straight away 3, swish. Celtics have been ice cold shooting threes in the quarter, but Holiday puts it back in front. 57-55, 2 for 1 here for Philadelphia with 44 seconds to go. Maxey will walk the dog now, pick it up in the backcourt. Holiday waiting for him. 38 on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock as we count it down to the first half. Celtics by 2. Maxey against Horford, steps back away from him and drills a 3. That's the story in the second quarter. Sixers threes are starting to fall. Celtics are not. Well, the Celtics go for the quick 2 for 1. Tatum knows it. He's going to race downhill, kick to the corner. Horford touches out to Hauser. He up fakes, steps to his left, takes the rainbow 3. It circles the rim, no good. Rebound Harris. Sixers have a 1-point lead, and they can hold for the final shot. Sixers had a 39-point second quarter in the game here last week. They've got a 36-point second quarter tonight. 8 seconds to go. Hauser and Holiday pressure Maxey near half court. Maxey floats it for Embiid. Embiid closed down by Derek White. Steps to his left, bricks a 3. Good job defensively by the Celtics all the way around. And that'll do it for the first half. But a carbon copy of last week's game. The only difference is this time the Celtics had built a bigger lead. So the Sixers' second quarter doesn't seem as damaging. Coming up, Joe Murray will run you through all the scores from around the NBA, including the Celtics' next opponent, the Raptors hosting the Giannis-less Milwaukee Bucks tonight, and not faring very well. Meanwhile, Celtics' 17-point lead is history. They now trail by 1, 58-57 Philadelphia halftime on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this,
Thanks, Mom.
fixing that. You reach a destination. and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So, what if I need a new one? No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone,
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio. Celebrating their 30th year, our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is going big.
That's right, Austin. Sports bettors can win a new truck, get the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus, and even get up to 30 risk-free bets.
Touchdown! BetUS also has a 150% casino sign-up bonus.
Blackjack, now you're talking, Austin. They also have live dealers and live betting on sports, including racetrack.
Get started today at BetUS.com, where the game begins.
With Yellowstone Bourbon, the park is always just a pour away. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Here in the final minute, now Tatum. Working on Maxey, kick out. Holiday all alone, straightaway three, swish. Celtics have been ice cold shooting threes in the quarter, but Holiday puts it back in front, 57-55.
All right, welcome into Celtics halftime. I'm Joe Murray, and 17-point lead. We're sitting here. Myself, Scaz, we're here tonight, and we thought that was the best quarter all season long for the Celtics. That first quarter, couldn't tell you what happened in the second quarter, but we'll give you the highlights coming up in a minute here. But 58-57 is the score. 76ers went on a 17. Basically erased the 17-point lead. They now have a 1-point lead in this one. Another disastrous second quarter. Same thing happened in the first meeting versus Philly. They allowed 36 points. Again, lost that 17-point lead. But Joel Embiid only has 6 points. He was questionable going into it. But Philadelphia went 14 of 20 and 5 of 8 from 3 just in that second quarter alone. And that's where the Celtics did struggle. But some of the positives here. Early on, it was the Jason Tatum show. He so far has played 19 minutes. He's got 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 of 10 shooting, and 11 points, including this basket.
Bounce entry for Tatum. Tatum against Maxey. Baseline extended, 6 on the shot clock. Tatum going to shoot. He's got no problem taking it and making it.
Well, 6'9" versus about 6'4". This time bumped him with the body. I talked to Sam Cassell about that. He said, you need to punish those small guards.
Tatum's got 9. Celtics have their largest lead, up by 17.
Yeah, and I had him up big. But the turnaround happened. And again, the Celtics are without Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis tonight. So they had to enter Sam Hauser into the starting lineup, and Al Horford as well. Horford 13 minutes, 2 points. Hauser, though, he's given you 18 minutes. That's generally what he plays. So now he goes into the starting role. He's got 5 points so far, 2 assists, and the 1 rebound. Saw some positives off the Celtics bench. Peyton Pritchard's leading the way with 5 points. You also saw Svi Mikhailuk, 7 minutes. He has 5 points, went 1 for 1 from downtown, but starting to see more minutes from Delano Banton, who had a bucket to keep it a 1-point game here.
Hauser deflects it to Banton, and Melton went up, and he got spilled. Trying to jump over Pritchard. Celtics have a 5-on-4. Holiday going to shoot a 3. It is no good. Banton inside out. The big guard taps in an offensive rebound.
Banton, good size, man. Looks like he's about 6'8", long arms, very athletic.
Very athletic. We were wondering if he might have been one of the players that would start tonight. Let's see how the second half goes for the Celtics in this one. Do they go with the same lineup of Tatum, Hauser, Horford, Holiday, and White? And just to bring up Drew Holiday, he's been great tonight. 13 points. He is shooting 6 of 12 from the field, so he's certainly getting his shots off. But the 5 rebounds, the good defense, 1 assist so far, does have a turnover. And Derek White, doing everything he can. 12 points, 3 for 4 from the field. He has 2 threes so far. But this is where the Celtics are struggling. That Nick Nurse defense. When the Celtics can't hit their shots, it lets the 76ers go in transition. And that's where they score. Maxey 10 first half points. Tobias Harris 12. And again, they've gotten some bench points. One of the guys leading the way for them is Jaden Springer from Tennessee. So we'll give you some news around the NBA right now regarding a potential suspension for Draymond Green. We'll do all that coming up in the Sports Hub headlines right now. 58-57 Philadelphia at halftime. I'm Joe Murray on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can't name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I gotta change the oil in my car.
Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $36.99.
Get in the zone. What do I do with my old oil?
We can recycle your used oil for free.
Get in the zone. And do you have oil for my old work truck?
You can find the right high mileage oil to help it go farther right here at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Yo apoyo a los hospitales Shiners para niños porque transforma vidas.
Gracias a tu apoyo, ahora tenemos una vida llena de oportunidades que no hubiese sido posible sin los hospitales Shiners para niños. Gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias. Gracias por donar. Por favor, visita amorshiners.org. Grande o pequeño, tu donación nos ayuda a todos.
With up to $500 off Peloton tread purchases, there's no better time to bring it home for the holidays and run like nobody's watching. Unleash yourself. Jog nasty. Sprint with swag. Why walk when you can strut? Ain't no one in the room but you. Unwrap Tread Endurance, Boot Camp, and walking classes to keep your holidays moving. For our best offer of the season, head to onepeloton.com/offers. Work out like nobody's watching. All access membership separate. Terms apply.
The Bruins season didn't end the way we wanted, so now we've got all summer to get ready for more of this.
They'll flip it up left wing. Coyle skates into a pass, headed poke check, cranked into the slot. Smith shoots, he scores! Craig Smith, brought in by Foligno into the right circle, walks in, centered. Coyle had it deflected wide. Foligno's got it back of the net, centers out in front. Frederick shoots, he scores!
The Boston Bruins play here. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Michael Feldman from Feldman Geospatial with Veronica from Long Live Roxbury, a new brewery and tap room near Boston's South End.
At Long Live, we're focused on hazy IPAs, pressed bloggers, fruited sours, and delicious pastry stouts. Open 7 days a week with up to 20 fresh taps and cans to go.
LongLiveBeerWorks.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, NBA scoreboard and around the league brought to you by Town Fair Tire for the guaranteed lowest prices on tires. Go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody right now. Third quarter, Mavs have a 100-79 lead over Washington. The Knicks, 57-56 versus the Hawks. That's beginning of the third quarter. Bucks have a 70-47 lead over Toronto. That is who the Celtics will take on next. And the Magic, a 30-21 lead. And we do have an update. The NBA suspending Draymond Green for 5 games. They're also fining Klay Thompson, Rudy Gobert, and Jaden McDaniels $25,000 each for the altercation. So you have it. Draymond Green suspended 5 games. Headlines, they are brought to you by Dom's. They can be purchased online or found in one of hundreds of retail locations across New England. Order before November 19th and save 10% off your catering order using promo code HUB10. Visit their butcher shop in Malden or visit domsausage.com. I'm Joe Murray. Greeny and Max have the second half next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Celtics Radio Network.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Limitations apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one?
No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone.
And what about my old battery?
We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Welcome to What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got a call from Millie. What's up?
Hi, Jake. What if, hypothetically, a moose gets mad at my car and rams into my windshield? Hypothetically.
Oh, just file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Great, but what if the moose eats my phone? Hypothetically.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Bridgebank helps breakthrough ideas actually break through and remains dedicated to providing financial solutions to those committed to leveraging innovation to make the world a better place. Bridgebank, a division of Western Alliance Bank. Bridgebank. Be bold. Venture wisely.
The CDC estimates that 1 in 36 children have autism, meaning teachers are needed now more than ever. The New England Center for Children can help you establish an impactful career and gain hands-on experience helping children with autism live more independent lives. NECC staff can also earn a free graduate degree in ABA or related field. NECC is currently hiring autism teachers and behavior technicians for its day and residential programs. New hires can qualify for up to $10,000 in bonuses. Visit necc.org/careers for openings and more information. NECC is an equal opportunity employer. Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ!
42 for Paul Pierce.
A three-pointer for 98!
KG is locked and loaded tonight.
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
Most of the crowd remaining wearing green for these final 3.6 seconds with the Bucks trailing by 5. Scott Skiles wants to execute. Inbound deflected by Ray Allen. Sessions has it. Throws up a prayer of a shot from half court. Hits the glass, but that's it. And the Celtics survive. A crucible on the second night of a back-to-back. They beat the Bucks in overtime, 102-97. 3 Celtics. And here comes some fun names. Kevin Garnett, Kendrick Perkins, and Big Baby all fouled out of that game that took place 15 years ago tonight. It was part of the 18-game win streak for the Celtics, 19-game win streak for the Celtics in their title defense season back on November 15th, 2008. Paul Pierce went 4 for 4 from 3 in that game at Milwaukee. Those back-to-back games, man, those Saturday night back-to-back games, we'd always go to Milwaukee or Detroit, Atlanta.
Is that the same Big Baby I just read about today?
Go ahead. What? You brought it up. Why don't you update the story?
Sorry, just say he was found guilty of insurance fraud. It's like, wow. Matter of fact, it was dominated by quite a few ex-Celtic players.
Tony Allen was involved in that, Sebastian Telfair, but Big Baby reportedly was found guilty on multiple charges today. We haven't really seen that story hit the major wires yet, so you always have a little bit of skepticism until you actually see it. Celtics had some skepticism playing without Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis at the start of this game, but they built a 17-point lead. That's ancient history now. It's Boston ball trailing by 1. Going right to left, wearing the new City Edition jerseys with the gold trim on the green numbers. The word Boston across the front. Drew Holiday puts in the hands of Jason Tatum on an 11-point first half. A great first quarter. Struggled shooting in the second. Tatum draws a double team. Bounce pass for Horford. Pretty good look. Left side 3. No good. Rebound. Tobias Harris.
Wide open look still.
Al this year is now 6 of 29 shooting threes. Celtics down to 29% for the night. Maxey, bounce pass for Joel Embiid, pull up free throw line, swish. Too easy for him.
He loves that. He loves that pick and on the rhythm, catching, popping.
Right from that 15-foot range. Sixers by 3. Derek White has it punched away by Covington out of bounds. Celtics will keep it.
Joel Embiid is pretty amazing. And I was talking to Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale said, when I worked with this kid, he said he was doing things I never dreamed about doing. The Euro step was really killed him.
Side out of bounds all the way into Derek White. Left-hand dribble, creeps to the elbow, throws back towards Sam Hauser. Shot clock at 7. Horford has it on the wing. Handoff Tatum. Tatum looking to bail the Celtics out. Drives. Finger roll, no good. He got hit by Embiid. No call. Comes all the way out to Derek White. The shot clock buzzer. His 3 is no good. Rebound Covington. Tatum didn't complain. That was a clean block for Embiid. Philadelphia by 3. They can take their largest lead with a bucket here early in the third. Maxey steps to his left. Return to Embiid. Looking on the perimeter for the handoff to Milton. Turns on Derek White. Drives, attacks Horford. Chase down block. But an offensive rebound. Embiid throws it up, feeling contact. Embiid is fouled.
Embiid has brilliant hands. What I mean by that, he is able to catch and get the ball up before he was falling, as he was falling down.
The other piece of NBA news is that Indiana Pacers have bought out Daniel Tice, and he's going to go play for the LA Clippers. They got the injury to Plumlee.
He talked about the Celtics for a minute, how he'd love to come here.
Embiid gets the first free throw. Largest lead for Philly. They led by 4 early. Celtics led by 17. 1 possession into the second quarter. But then for the second straight Wednesday night here in Philadelphia, the second quarter with Paul Reed right in the middle of it, turn the game around. Embiid gets the free throws. Largest lead for Philadelphia, now up by 5, 62-57. Tatum steps to his right behind the Horford screen and gets 3 of them back.
You keep letting him take that particular shot, he's going to knock it down and get hot.
Tatum had been 4 of 11 before that 3. He's up to 14 points. Celtics trail by 2, 62-60. They have not shot the 3 well. Maxey in the traffic, turns it over, ball punched away. Hauser lead for Tatum ahead to Holiday, but Joel Embiid takes the paint away. So Holiday retreats to the left corner. His 3 is off. Back iron, offensive rebound. Tatum, he got hit, no call. Kick out Hauser. His open 3, no good. Rebound Harris. All these shots that have been falling for the Celtics have not. Wow. Oh, push off. Harris pushed off on Holiday. They don't call it. So Harris just drives, and they let Tatum get away with the contact at the rim because Harris got away with the push off. It goes out of bounds off Philly.
I mean, he nailed Holiday.
Yeah, and then Tatum fouled Harris, and they just let both of them go. Tatum. Chased by Harris, goes to the left wing with Drew Holiday. Horford ambles out to set the screen. Holiday, that gives him a good look at a 3. It's no good. Back iron. Celtics missing open shots here. They've had plenty of them. But just 8 of 29 from distance. Tobias Harris looking for an opening here. Runs into Hauser. Lost the ball in a late foul call. Joe Mazzulla was really upset as we went to break at halftime. He was barking at the officials. His foul's going to be called on Horford. And this is the kind of night, it's developing now, we'll see how this plays out, where people, if the Celtics lose, are going to complain about the 3s. Oh, they took too many 3s. They had open shot after open shot. They just missed 21 of 29. Joel Embiid has the ball slapped away again by Horford, but he's got it back. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid trying to time that jumper. He does, but he misses it. And Holiday snatches the rebound away from Covington, who is hunting another offensive board. Derek White switches to the right hand, attacks Maxey, throws out to the left corner. Al Horford all alone, finally gets one to go.
Wide open look again. Penetrate, kick. They go to the basket, you knock the shot down.
It's the 7th 3 of the year for Al Horford. Celtics regain the lead, 63-62. Embiid bounce pass for the baseline, cut by Harris, but he never really had it in his hands. Tatum knocked it away. Here comes Derek White racing into Maxey, and Derek White is run over from behind as he pump faked. Embiid just doesn't have the ability to stop.
When you get the tractor trailer going down a hill, it can't stop. That's why they got those landing areas.
On the side of the road, right?
Yeah, where they call those, your brakes go. That's why they're there. You watch this play. Joel Embiid tried to stop.
He stumbled right into Derek White.
You know what they told
Derek White's lucky he didn't get hurt there.
They told me they were going to give me this thing I'm doing here lately. Sound effects. Sound effects. I've been trying it. Had a motorcycle.
You know what's cool? Everybody else on the radio side, on the audio side, has pivoted to video, but we're pivoting instead to sound effects.
Sound's the best thing in the world, man.
Derek White gets the couple of free throws here. First one's no good. So the Celtics have been Oh, yeah. It's a Chick-fil-A chicken nugget thing if you miss both free throws. So now everybody as loud as they've been all night for free chicken. Derek White's second free throw. Oh, and everybody will sit down hungry.
Oh, boy. Tried to feed the masses.
7 straight for the Celtics. They lead 64-62. 8:35 to go in the third. Sixers are a significant minus in this game with Embiid on the floor. I got him as -10 right now. In a game they trail by 2. Embiid chased by Holiday, throws back to Melton. Melton steps into an open 3. Swish.
Well, here's the thing. Holiday chasing that play. He didn't need to. Holiday, he was already stopped, though, by Al Horford.
Melton is 3 for 3 from distance. Sixers back in front, 65-64, and Tatum lost his dribble out of bounds. He had it in his left hand. He stepped back with his body, and the ball slipped away. Turnover number 8 for the Celtics. Sixers have 8 as well, 65-64. Still early in the third. Maxey, watched by Holiday. With the dreads coming out of that white headband. He spins through the Embiid screen. Maxey drives, runs it up over Hauser, and gets the bounce. Philly by 3, 67-64. Maxey's up to 12 after a slow start. He didn't score in the first quarter. Al Horford, another good look at a right wing 3, tie game.
Well, he did. Embiid not coming out the challenge.
Al Horford started the year 6 of 28 from 3, but he's knocked down 2 in a row, and we're tied at 67. Joel Embiid, right side of the floor against Al Horford. Puts it to the floor. Al trying to hold his ground. Double team comes from Hauser. Embiid finds the cutter. Covington scores off the window. And you can throw the double team in Embiid, but he's become too good a passer.
Embiid is capable of look over him. Very much like Porzingis is able to look over it.
5 assists now for Embiid. Here's Tatum coming downhill, but Embiid was waiting in the paint. Covington's up to 12. Tatum kick out Horford. How about 3 in a row? Got it.
Wow. Bang, bang, and bang again.
And that really annoys the crowd here. They boo Al Horford every time he touches it. He's hit 3 in a row. Celtics lead 70-69. Joel Embiid hands to Maxey, sets the screen. Derek White tries to fight under it. Maxey launches a 3, no good. Horford snatches down the rebound, floats it ahead to Derek White up the right sideline. Angles it into the corner to Sam Hauser. He puts it to the floor. Kick out Holiday, but Maxey was there. So Holiday moves it to Tatum against Tobias Harris. Shot clock at 12. Tatum throws the shoulder into Harris, gets to the mid-block, turns, fades, tough shot, got it. Woo.
Man, that time just play bully ball. Backed him in the paint, bang, bang, bang. Got separation, splash.
And Nick Nurse has seen this show, and he calls a timeout before Tatum gets hot. 6:22 to go. Third quarter, and the game of the night in the NBA. Boston 72, Philadelphia 69 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I gotta change the oil in my car.
Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $36.99.
Get in zone.
What do I do with my old oil?
We can recycle your used oil for free.
Get in zone.
And do you have oil for my old work truck?
You can find the right high mileage oil to help it go farther right here at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Subtle results, still you, but with fewer lines. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Jake from State Farm here to answer your what ifs.
What if I need a policy, but I just can't choose?
An agent can help you choose. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Giving Tuesday es un movimiento global que promueve la cultura de dar para crear un mundo más solidario y generoso. Es un día para dar, compartir, pensar en los demás y actuar.
Gracias a la generosa aportación de un donante, tu contribución tendrá el doble de impacto para ayudar a más niños.
Como yo.
Como yo.
Y yo. Por favor, visítanos en línea.
Y cuando lo hagas, tu donación tendrá el doble de impacto.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Celtics have regained the lead up by 3, 72-69, midway through the third. Catches Law, New England's injury attorney since 1986, has won over $2 billion for their clients. When you're injured, can't work, turn to Catches Law. No fee unless you win. Go to catcheslaw.com to schedule your free consultation today. If you're just joining us, no Jaylen Brown, no Kristaps Porzingis for the Celtics tonight. Jaylen Brown under the weather when he woke up this morning. Porzingis just as precaution with that knee contusion. Both should be available Friday night in Toronto. Sixers playing without Nicholas Batum. That's a personal reason. And Kelly Oubre, who was injured somehow over the weekend.
They're Jesse who? Smollett.
That's the big story here in Philadelphia today, is that after it was reported that Kelly Oubre was injured in a hit-and-run accident when he was hit by a car over the weekend, there is no police saying there's no video evidence to support that.
It's crazy. No video evidence now in these days is almost impossible.
Celtics by 3, Philadelphia ball here midway through the third. Embiid going to work on Al Horford. Al tries to pull the rug. Embiid muscles it up with the right hand and scores. And, what are you going to do?
Joel Embiid extended that arm to the body, though, and knocked his hand away.
14.6 rebounds, 5 assists for Joel Embiid, but there's still a minus with him in the game. Tatum lobs it for Horford. Good pass. He catches him in the paint. Kicks out to the corner for a Sam Hauser three.
Might have got fouled in. Al Horford is trying to pass that basketball. Now, here's the difference. Porzingis in, that's the dunk and the foul. Al's looking to make that pass.
75-71, Boston by 4. The Celtics aren't shooting it that great from 3. Now they've knocked down a bunch, so they're up to 35%. Joel Embiid, again, same spot. Mid-right block, throws the shoulder into Horford, puts the ball low, steps back, and he knocks down the shot. He didn't want to show up with his feet there. But Embiid, so tough, can't stop him one-on-one. 75-73. Tatum. Straight away against Tobias Harris. Lines him up, tried to put it in the right hand. He got knocked away into the backcourt. Tatum's allowed to go get it. Lead for Holiday. Steps into a right side three. That one rims out. And the rebound for Melton. Melton into the front court. Philly down by 2. Embiid wants it. Embiid gets it. Embiid has attempted 1-3 tonight. Missed it. Maxey, bounce pass for Embiid. They run away from him, so he takes the 3. No good. Long rebound. Celtics have it. Al Horford starting to pile him up. 11.6 rebounds. This has been Al Horford's best night of the year. Tatum against Tobias Harris. Deep on the right side. Boston by 2. Push pass. Al Horford up fakes on Embiid. Puts it to the floor. Moves to the left corner. Drew Holiday now drives. Baseline. Elevates. Kick out. Hauser up fakes the 3. Steps to his right. Takes it. Rims out. And the rebound. Embiid deflects it to Covington. Hauser's just 2 of 8 from distance.
Man, just take your shot.
Embiid shuttles into the corner. Melton puts it to the floor. Tatum reaches for it. Melton spins away, drives baseline, forces it up, no good. Offensive rebound. Melton in one motion can't get it to go. Fans wanted the foul on Tatum on that first drive. Holiday hounded by Melton as he comes across half court.
His arm.
Holiday bumps him back, knocks him backwards. He's deep in the paint, and finally they call the foul on Melton. And fans are unhappy.
Wow,
I sort of get that, but they let about the first 5 of them go.
Look, here's hands. Here's hands. Here's hands again. Here's hands again. Now into the arm.
You feel a little more tension here because I think Sixer fans get that the win last week was great, but if you can't beat the Celtics on your home floor without 2 starters, it really takes a little bit of the shine away from this early start. Tatum, deep on the right side against Melton. Switches to the left hand, gets the Horford screen, steps into a straightaway 3, swish.
good pick than Al to get him open. Joel Embiid is not coming out. So you're going to be able to set that pick, and you're going to be able to get separation. And you knock down that shot.
Embiid is literally walking up the floor right now, not expending energy. Patrick Beverly back in the game. Celtics up by 5. Harris turns the corner, chased by Pritchard, gets deep in the paint, goes off the window, no good. Offensive rebound for Covington won't go. Good defense from Sam Hauser on that drive. Holiday, drop back for Tatum. Tatum, step back on Covington, 3, air ball, and the rebound goes out of bounds. Now, Tatum will come out.
Mahalik comes back in the game. Mahalik had a pretty good first quarter. Knocked down a couple of shots, got a couple of rebounds.
Mahalik is a +5 in this game. Tatum is still a minus. 3:18 to go in the third. Boston leading 78-73. The 2 second quarters have been the problem for the Celtics. Other than that, they've had the better of this matchup in the other 5 quarters. And B, baseline extended against Al Horford. Right-hand dribble, turns on and fades. Al reaches down, slaps the ball away, and Hauser will chase it down. Throw it ahead to Al Horford. Horford floats it back to the wing for an open Peyton Pritchard 3 that's no good. And the rebound for Melton. Good job by the Sixers there getting back in transition. That forced the Celtics to take a shot they didn't want to take. Whoa. Melton steps to his right, quick 3, no good. He was a little heat check there. That's his first miss from distance. Drew Holiday has the rebound. 78-73, Boston by 5. Celtics ball with 2:38 to go in the third. Drew Holiday straight away against Patrick Beverly. Al comes out to set the screen. Marcus Morris picks up Holiday. Holiday, right hand, left hand, attacks right side, runs it off the window and in. He got a little half-step lean in on Marcus Morris, and the Celtics now lead by 7. Holiday's up to 15 and 9.
Get to be a little bit older. That quickness goes away on the defensive end.
Covington behind the Embiid screen. Coming downhill against Al, misses off the glass, but they'll call the foul, and Covington will shoot free throws when we return. Celtics again, first quarter, third quarter, in these makeshift lineups, they are holding their ground and extending their lead. 2:10 to go. Third quarter, Boston 80, Philadelphia 73 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I gotta change the oil in my car.
Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $36.99.
Get in zone.
What do I do with my old oil?
We can recycle your used oil for free.
Get in zone.
And do you have oil for my old work truck?
You can find the right high mileage oil to help it go farther right here at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I had stage 3 ovarian cancer. I knew I was going to go to Dana-Farber Brigham Cancer Center. That's the thing that's so incredible, is all they do is cancer. They're going to be on the cutting edge of therapies. They're going to have things available to you, and they're going to be rock stars throughout the journey because they've seen it all.
For an appointment in Boston, Foxborough, Milford, or South Shore, contact DanaFarberBrigham.org. Dana-Farber Brigham Cancer Center. We specialized in cancer. And you.
With Yellowstone Bourbon, the park is always just a pour away. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
With up to $500 off Peloton tread purchases, there's no better time to bring it home for the holidays and run like nobody's watching. Unleash yourself. Jog nasty. Sprint with swag. Why walk when you can strut? Ain't no one in the room but you. Unwrap Tread Endurance, Boot Camp, and walking classes to keep your holidays moving. For our best offer of the season, head to onepeloton.com/offers. Work out like nobody's watching. All access membership separate. Terms apply.
Most of your members with substance use challenges also have chronic pain. Magellan Healthcare's evidence-based digital cognitive behavioral therapy programs, Shade and Comfortable, can help. Shade can reduce substance use by 72%, and Comfortable can lower PEG pain scores by 34%. Visit MagellanHealthcare.com/DCBT to learn more.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Celtics again creeping that lead back up to 7, 80-73 on a shorthanded night. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 98.5, Sports Hub, the Beasley Media Group station.
Grandy and Max, sold out crowd here as always here in Philadelphia. Sister Sledge.
That's going way back.
Way back. This song was made famous. Well, it was a famous song, a big song anyway, but when it came out, the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1979 were going to win the World Series, with Willie Stargell and
Pops.
Rennie Stennett and Kent Tekulve. Free throw bounced in by
Tekulve,
Robert
the
Covey.
whip.
Yep, he weighed like 120 pounds.
Sidearm.
Sidearm, yep.
Man, baseball. I'm all over that.
Look at you on a night that Garrett Cole and Blake Snell win the Cy Young Awards.
Love it.
Covington gets the free throws. 80-75. Boston with the ball, leading by 5. Ronald Banton, some big minutes for him in the first half. Comes in now with Mihalik, Pritchard, Holiday, and Cornette. Talk about a makeshift lineup here.
Zone.
Drew Holiday against Patrick Beverly. Cornette comes out instead of screen. The shot clock's down to 5. Holiday, push pass from Pritchard into the corner. Tough angle for Mihalik, but his 3 bounces out. Rebound for Embiid.
Pritchard should have taken that shot. Better shot instead of the guy in the deep corner.
Patrick Beverly will walk it up the floor.
Here's Joel Embiid.
Against Holiday. Double team comes from Cornette. He zips the entry to Beverly, and the foul's committed. Banton was there. Beverly will get free throws here.
And what they're trying to complain about is they're saying that he was run into by his own man.
That's why they called it on Mihalik. Patrick Beverly misses the first free throw.
Well, what an NBA player. What a career he's made for himself.
And there was times early, he was one of the first guys that really had his way with Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
When he was with the Clippers. He misses both free throws and the rebound for Drew Holiday. You know what? Everybody here should have to give chicken back if the Sixers miss 2 free throws. Holiday over the shoulder pass Pritchard for Mihalik. Shakes off a man, thought about the 3 instead, return to Pritchard. He finds Holiday wide open in the corner and knocks down a 3.
Good extra pass in from Pritchard, which was precise.
Celtics shooting just 35% from 3, but it feels better than that. They lead by 8 with 1:05 to go in the third. Joel Embiid double team, return to Beverly. Up fake on Banton, doesn't want to shoot in close. He runs to the corner, now takes a 3. No good, rebound Cornette. The fans didn't like him not taking that layup. Fans getting antsy here with Embiid on the floor. It's been all Boston tonight.
Go Birds.
Played the entire first quarter. Celtics outscored them by 15, and the Celtics have had the better of the play here in the third.
They can roll again.
39 seconds to go in the quarter. Pritchard floats it out for Banton. This is going nowhere. 2 on the shot clock. Banton gives it up to Pritchard. Has to take the deep 3. Just trying to get the rim. He did not. So it's a shot clock violation.
Banton has to take that shot, or if you're Pritchard, penetrate and get guys coming at you, you can kick out the shooters for wide open jump shots.
Unofficially, this is just my own math. I've got Joel Embiid here a -17.
Wow. Well, he is putting some wood right now.
He has it here against Holiday. Double team comes to Cornette. Embiid floats into the corner. Beverly touches it out of the wing. Morris closed down by Banton. 8 on the shot clock. Morris forces the 3. No good. Rebound. Luke Cornette finally grabs this one and yanks it away from Springer and Embiid.
Last shot.
Final 9 seconds to go in the third. Celtics have a chance to take a double-digit lead. Drew Holiday, 4 seconds to go. Down near half court, and the Sixers had a foul to give, so Embiid gives it with 2.8 to go. And the Celtics will take that because they can reset this possession here, get Sam Hauser in the game with 2.8 to go. I don't like that foul. I mean, probably nothing happens here. I hate that foul by Embiid.
Well, I do. I agree with you because it's a lazy foul. You didn't work. You just reached out and foul. You didn't even look how much time was on the clock.
And you weren't feeling the game. That possession was going nowhere. Now the Celtics have Hauser in the game and 2.8 to try to get a good shot up. Holiday inbound to Pritchard. Pritchard, pump fake. He released that too late. He made the shot, but it's too late. And Pritchard lost the clock. So Embiid makes a bad play to foul, but Pritchard runs out the clock, and that'll do it for the third quarter in a back-and-forth, strange kind of game here. Celtics led by 15 at the end of one. They trailed by 1 at halftime, but they're up by 8 now as we make the turn for home. End of 3 in the game of the night in the NBA. Boston 83, Philadelphia 75, battling for the Eastern Conference lead on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can't name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff. Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one?
No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone.
And what about my old battery?
We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
At Novavax, we want to make sure you have all the facts. And the fact is, there are different types of COVID-19 vaccines available. So if you're thinking about getting an updated vaccine, ask your doctor or pharmacist about the options available to you so you can make an informed choice. Find out more at WeDoVaccines.com. That's WeDoVaccines.com. This message was brought to you by Novavax.
With Yellowstone Bourbon, the park is always just a pour away. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Celtics will take an 8-point lead into the fourth quarter in Philadelphia tonight. In front of a sellout crowd, 19,773. Attendance brought to you by Ticketmaster. Join the crowd in excitement at a future Celtics game by ordering your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. The only home game for the Celtics between now and the 26th of November will be the showdown game that everybody had circled at the start of the year with Giannis, Damian Lillard, and the Milwaukee Bucks the night before Thanksgiving. Bucks sort of getting back on track tonight, playing without Giannis. Bucks go into Toronto, and they're up by 28 late in the third quarter. Damian Lillard is going off. 35 points on 16 shots. 15 of 16 from the free throw line. He also has 12 assists in that game. Celtics will fly to Toronto tomorrow to take on the Raptors in a tournament game on Friday. Celtics in a very strange portion. The early schedule is so heavy with division games and conference games. Celtics have only played Minnesota in the Western Conference.
Wow.
Fourth quarter, Philadelphia ball. Embiid out of the game. This is where they did their damage with Reed out there. Harris turns the corner on Pritchard, gets in deep, runs it off the window and in.
Harris takes over a game when Embiid is out.
Tobias Harris really played his role well here. Patrick Beverley dogging Pritchard, but he's able to get across half court. Pritchard just wearing Beverley, gets rid of it to Cornette. And Derek White. White, left-hand dribble, fouled by Springer as he runs it up towards the rim, and Derek White is getting to the free throw line efficiently tonight. His 7th and 8th free throw attempt. If you had Derek White with twice as many free throw attempts as Joel Embiid with 11:29 to go, he'd win a lot of...
That'd be you and Nostradamus. Because I wouldn't have taken that one out. I think Joel Embiid playing around the paint like that, he's going to get more shots and more looks. Derek White's.
Didn't have to be Nostradamus to know that this Jordan Poole-Washington thing was not going to work. Another double-digit home loss for them tonight.
You're kidding me.
Dallas Mavericks are now 9-3. They have the second team to get the 9 wins. Denver is the first, and the winner of this game will be the third. Luka 26, 7, and 10 tonight. Grant Williams, a couple more threes.
I'm just interested to see if he can ever win. You know, the way he plays, because he dominates the ball, and the NBA isn't like that anymore.
He made 6 shots tonight. Took 17. After the free throws for Derek White, Celtics again by 8, 85-77. Harris down the right side, runs off the glass, no good. Easy call against Mihailovic. Mihailovic's looking around like, what did I do? Well, you threw a body check with a hockey player's name on the driving Tobias Harris.
These bodies, again, guys attacking the rim. And what they look for, you look for the weak. And that's why I've told you about the animal kingdom all the time. Anytime you see anybody gets limping on the Serengeti, what they're saying is lunch. We got some lunch coming in, boys. I saw something the other day, excuse me. Saw a hippo get killed by a lion, and they ate him live. It was, man, like, could you kill me first?
I feel like we watch different apps.
Oh, definitely. It's not even an app.
Harris gets the free throws, 85-79, 2-possession game. Celtics by 6 with 11:09 to go. Chicago Bulls may need another team meeting. They scored 33 in the first half at home tonight on 27% shooting. Derek White, 14-foot floater, bounces in. Unsure he had enough on that. He didn't think so either. He chased it, but it hit the front rim and bounced in. Derek White is up to 15, 87-79. Boston by 8. Tobias Harris against Peyton Pritchard. Throws the shoulder into him. Banton showing help with a double team.
Whoa.
Harris fumbles it down in the line. Mihailovic had it, lost it. Springer saves it, pulls up for a short jumper. That won't go, but an offensive rebound. There's that man again, Paul Reed, throwing it down. 87-81. Celtics have had a couple of defensive rebounds in their hands that they haven't been able to hold on to. Boston by 6. Tatum going to the scorer's table with 10:21 to go. Derek White steps to his left behind the cornet screen, misses a 3. Scramble for the rebound. Banton kept it alive, but out of the pack comes Melton for Philadelphia. 10:11 to play. Melton looking for an opening, blows past Derek White into cornet and draws the foul.
All he did was look for the contact. This time got all the way by his man. This time turned his body and leaned in. Tried to get the 2, but wanted to get the contact more than anything else.
No DeRozan for Chicago tonight. 33 points at home in the first half.
That's a team that is, I mean,
the Vultures are circling.
When they play the Celtics, I've seen Chicago play great basketball. They dominate, they play in the paint. They're a slower paced team, but then play other teams, their pace isn't good. Al Horford's either going to get on the bike, thought he might be going to the back, but he's going to warm up on the bike.
He knew Tatum was playing big minutes tonight. He comes back in with 10 minutes to go and immediately gets the rebound of the missed free throw by Melton. 87-82. Celtics by 5. Exactly 10 minutes to go right now. Trying to sync up with us. Tatum, right-hand dribble inside the free throw line. Goes past Reed, runs it off the glass, but it's no good. And here comes Tobias Harris galloping the other way. Cornet backpedals and backpedals and backpedals. Harris gets all the way in, but he missed the layup. Here's Pritchard the other way. Celtics catch a break there. Peyton Pritchard. For Derek White, sees an opening. Slot drive left side. Hand to Luke Cornet. The Condor flies in for another 2-hand slam.
Condor just flying in. High in the Andes.
Let me tell you something. Derek White's been really good tonight. Maxey turns the corner on Cornet. Floats it back to Reed. Reed bumps it. Mihailovic floats it up. No good, but Reed will get free throws.
What the hell are we talking about? Willis Reed? I mean, he is dominating in the paint right now.
He made his first 3 of the season earlier. He has made 1 free throw this year. He is 1 for 2 from the free throw line as he goes there now with Philadelphia trailing by 7 at 9:25 to go. Remember, the game was close last Wednesday night. Embiid came back in, gave the Sixers a big lead, up by, 13 with under 2 minutes to go. And then the Celtics scored the final 10 points and had the 3 from Porzingis to tie it that he missed at the end.
I just watched something that Joe Mazzulla said. He's talking about Mihailovic. Come up and set a solid pick, and then you can come out and you'll be wide open.
Reed misses the second free throw. Tatum grabs his 6th rebound to go along with 19 points and 5 assists. 89-83. Celtics by 6, 9:17 to go. Tatum has it punched away by Springer, clean steal. Springer off to the races, reverse two-hand slam. Third turnover for Tatum tonight is a big one. 6-2 run here for Philadelphia, and they've cut it to 4. 89-85, 9 minutes to go. Tatum, left-hand dribble, left side of the floor, bounce pass underneath. Pritchard in the paint. Kick back to Mihajlovic, straightaway 3. Circles the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard misses the putback layup, point blank, and Reed comes up with the rebound. Tobias Harris galloping, knocks Tatum away, shovels to the corner. 3 for Melton. And you know Joe Mazzulla is going to save those timeouts. 89-88, Philly back within 1. They've been much, much better tonight with Embiid out of the game. 8:24 to go. Jason Tatum enters the Cornet. Over the shoulder pass. Good look at a 3 for Derek White. Swish.
Good little pass. That don't get nervous. Don't let the crowd affect you. Poise.
Derek White's got 20. Drew Holiday has a double-double, 18 points, 10 assists.
I didn't see Derek White's 20.
He's got a lot of it. He got 7 for the free throw line. Tobias Harris turns the corner, pull up on White. Contested jumper, no good. Great job, Derek White. Rebound number 7 for Tatum. Boston by 4 on the ball. This would be an unbelievable rabbit to pull out of the hat tonight if the Celtics could do it. White drives, quick floater with the right hand. He got Reed leaning, and then off balance, he fired it up. And Derek White with 5 quick points pushes the Boston lead up to 6. 94-88. Maxey coming downhill against Cornet. Scoops up a shot, never saw the rim, but nobody boxed out Reed, and he's got an offensive rebound put back. 14 second chance points for Philadelphia tonight. 94-90 is the Boston lead. 7:23 to go. White enters in deep. Cornet feeling contact from Reed is fouled, and he'll shoot some free throws.
Cornet doing an excellent job this time of being able to catch that basketball in the crowd. The Condor catches it high, floats in, tries to get the three-point play, but does not.
So Cornet will go to the free throw line where he's 5 of 6 this year.
Boy, here's a guy in the beginning of the year, you looked at him and said, oh, well, you know, he's out of this rotation of bigs. He is not. He is that secondary guy that comes in, and today more of a second guy coming in when you're having Porzingis out.
Nick Nurse going to grab a timeout here in between Cornet free throws, first of which is good. 7:22 to go. Boston 95, Philadelphia 90 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island wants you to stay healthy during cold and flu season. I'm Dr. Christopher Adiano, reminding you to protect yourself against the flu by getting the flu shot. You should also stay up to date on your COVID vaccines. If you have questions, talk to your provider.
With Neighborhood, you can get high-quality, affordable health insurance for you and your family. To learn how to join, call 1-401-459-6075. At Neighborhood, we're here for you.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one?
No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone,
And what about my old battery?
We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
With Yellowstone Bourbon, the park is always just a pour away. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this,
Thanks, Mom.
fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Celtics have pushed the lead up to 5. Why? Because of Derek White. Imagine if he was actually one of the top 100 players in the league. How good it would be. Instead, Celtics just have to settle for 22 points on 6 of 9 shooting. His defense has been on point tonight. And the Celtics playing without Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis of a 5-point lead with 7:22 to go.
Well, I mean, you're right when it comes to what the Celtics are doing. But that's why this team is so deadly, because you have so many guys who can get in and do all those different things you talk about. Scoring the basketball. When somebody else is out, it gives everybody else an opportunity to just kind of step up.
Derek White has carried the Celtics to this point in the fourth quarter. Tatum, it's been a pedestrian night for him in the MVP start he has had. But I seem to remember a game in here last May in which he was pretty quiet most of the night and then went crazy. Sending the Celtics to a 7th game. Cornette, after the long break, misses the second free throw. Melton took his eye off Derek White. White knocked it away out of bounds. Sixers will get it. 95-90 is the Boston lead. 7:22 to go. And Nick Nurse here going to ride with Paul Reed, and he should. This group has been the best for Philadelphia tonight. Maxey back out there with Melton, Springer, who's been good, Covington, and Reed. Melton against Hauser. 10 of the shot clock. Pull up 3 on Cornette.
Wow, that's a deep one.
And he has been the wild card. Melton is 5 of 6 from 3. 95-93, Boston by 2. Derek White has it punched away by Reed out of bounds. Celtics will keep it with 13 to shoot.
Yeah, Reed has been another wild card too. Playing defense on this side, offensively.
Nick Nurse going with the hot hands here, no doubt. Derek White straight away against Springer. Left-hand dribble drive, coming strong, pull up, tough shot, mid-block, in between, no good. Cornette, big-time offensive rebound, and he flushes it back with 2 hands.
Wow, Condor.
You are the king of the sound effects tonight. 7 points, 5 rebounds for Cornette. Boston by 4. 6.5 to go. Tyrese Maxey step back on Cornette for 3. Can't have Cornette on Maxey. 15 for Tyrese Maxey, 97-96. Sixers have had a much better night tonight shooting threes. Tatum, pump fake, drives past Covington, into Reed, scoops it up, no good. Offensive rebound, put back for Luke Cornette. As they are failing to contest Cornette. 99-96. Boston by 3 midway through the fourth. Maxey trying to turn the corner, draws the contact on Cornette. Too fast.
Well, you're big like that. You don't expect a little elephant to get out against a jaguar. It's just not. It's impossible.
And if there's a lion out there, be careful because you might get eaten.
That's a vicious. But they talk about all these other animals. The weasel, they said the weasel is even more dangerous.
So Embiid returns with exactly 6 minutes to go.
Well, listen, you know what time it is now. It's about time, it's Tatum time now.
If this free throw goes in, wait here as Maxey takes it. It does. Sixers tonight, minus 16 with Embiid, plus 15 with Paul Reed. 99-98. Celtics by 1, 5:51 to go. Tatum puts in the hands of Drew Holiday, deep on the right side. Maxey waiting for him defensively. Here's the entry at the elbow. It's Tatum against Embiid. Tatum, one dribble, elevates, arcing jumper, no good. Rebound, Maxey had it and just deflected it out of bounds, and he can't believe he did that.
Had the rebound in his hand. Went up real high. First thing they tell you, watch the ball. Watch it into your fingertips. That time took his eyes off the basketball.
There was nobody near him, too. Tatum under out of bounds. Kick out Horford. Quick 3. No good. And the Maxey mistake doesn't cost them. Tobias Harris the rebound. Now Philadelphia can regain the lead with 5.5 to go. Tyrese Maxey out at half court against Drew Holiday. Harris comes out, sets the screen. That puts Hauser on Maxey. He floats it towards Harris. Harris against Al Horford. Drives baseline, throws to the corner. Embiid there, trying to dribble into traffic, and he turns it over. Tatum knocked it away. White lead for Tatum. Protects the ball, lays it up, and in, scoring on the foul. Defense into offense, and the Celtics will not let the Sixers get the lead.
I said, you're going to get it someplace. This time the good quick hands. Embiid puts it on the floor, exposes the basketball. Tatum dashes down the court, uses that left hand, effectively throws it off the window, protects himself. Count that one and one.
The big story all day was, would Joel Embiid play on the second night of a back-to-back? With the in-season tournament game last night, national TV tonight. And the Sixers have simply just been better when he has been out of the game. Three-point play for Jason Tatum. Celtics lead by 4 again, 102-98. Tatum's up to 22. And Derek White has been phenomenal. Holiday dogging Melton as he comes across half court. Got to cool off the hot hand. Now Holiday in front of Maxey as Maxey takes the handoff. Maxey spins to his right. He's still out near half court. Uses the Harris screen to try to hunt Sam Hauser. Maxey against Hauser. Dribbles right around him, elevates, and he's blocked at the rim by Al Horford.
Numbers.
5 on 4. Derek White floats it into the corner, deflected. Hauser has it. Kick out Tatum. Entry, Horford, diagonal kick out. White, 3, got it!
Ooh. Man, talking about playing defense on one. Bang, bang, back the other way. Great opportunity by the Celtics. Cash in, White, cash in.
Timeout, Nick Nurse. Derek White is orchestrating a masterpiece here in the fourth quarter. 4:37 to go. Boston 105, Philadelphia 98 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I gotta change the oil in my car.
Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $36.99.
Get in zone.
What do I do with my old oil?
We can recycle your used oil for free.
Get in zone.
And do you have oil for my old work truck?
You can find the right high mileage oil to help it go farther right here at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
There are some things employees love hearing.
Congrats. Nice presentation.
Enjoy your vacation, Jack.
Hey, there's food in the kitchen.
Here's something else they'll love. At Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, a Point32 health company, we offer benefits that empower employees to live healthier lives. From virtual care to digital tools that encourage healthy living, we've designed our plans with innovative and inclusive benefits that meet the needs of every workforce, giving people what they truly value. It's how we take healthcare personally.
At Fogo de Chão, you're on the nice list. So let's fill this holiday season with indulgence. Like the new Wagyu Porterhouse. Fire roasted for a salty bark and with ribbons of marbling. Every slice is filled with juicy flavor. Add succulent shrimp and buttery lobster. The first thing on your lips will be, wow. There's nothing naughty about indulging at Fogo de Chão. Make a reservation at fogo.com.
Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
No Jaylen Brown, no Kristaps Porzingis tonight in Philadelphia, but Derek White having his best game of the year. Al Horford having his best game of the year. Celtics getting contributions, 19 minutes, 9 points and 6 rebounds for Luke Cornett. Off the Boston bench, Mihajlovic and Banton have played significant minutes in this game. And now can Jason Tatum carry the Celtics home? A 7-point Boston lead with 4:37 to go on a night. The Sixers are a minus 22 with Joel Embiid in the game in 29 minutes.
Wow, that's unheard of. Great job then by Al Horford to block that shot. Maxey beat his man towards the hole, but Al Horford, the last line of defense, able to block that shot. Al Horford's played a pretty good game today,
really
too.
Good game, considering the energy he has to expend on defense. Joel Embiid really got the best of him in the game here last week, but not tonight. Put a lot of time on that clock. 4:35 to go. Sixers down by 7. This would be a tough loss for Philadelphia, even with the back-to-back. Catch the Celtics without 2 starters. In the corner, quick 3, Harris. He launched that, no good. He just threw it at the rim. Kind of squared himself. Looked like Derek White got bumped in a loose ball situation. No call, but the Celtics have the rebound. A 7-point lead and the ball. 4:14 to go. It's in the hands of Tatum, deep on the right side. Tatum, hounded by DeAnthony Melton. Turns that right shoulder into a pounding it with his left hand. Gets from the mid-block, turns, fades, no good. Rebound, ends up in the hands of Covington. He deflected it away from Al Horford. Covington's been good tonight.
I want to see Tatum go towards the rim.
Maxey puts in the hands of Embiid, standing on the three-point line. Al Horford waiting for him. Hand off Covington. Covington left hand dribbles out, gets in deep and scores. Hauser got picked off, and Covington had a free run to the basket.
Hard to get through that body of Embiid once he sets that big hit.
16 points for Robert Covington. Boston by 5, 105-100, 3:32 to go. Holiday deep on the left side. Maxey down in his defensive stance. Now the switch, Holiday has Melton on it, turns with a left-hand dribble, attacking the paint, pushes to the corner. Horford touches it out to Hauser, swung to Derek White, quick three. This one rims out, offensive rebound. Holiday has it go out of bounds off of him. They're giving this ball to Boston. It looked from the naked eye like a compromise call, like it went off Holiday, but they didn't call a foul against the Sixers.
Joel Embiid hit Holiday with the body.
Yeah, he did, and he kind of got undercut by Melton. So Al Horford just gets the ball in bounds before the Sixers can challenge. Tatum turning, draws the contact. He got Melton up in the air, and Melton had nowhere to go but down, and Tatum has nowhere to go but the free throw line.
Got him in the popcorn popper. Get him up in the air. He wants to block his shot, go right into the body, shoot a couple of free throws. The game is a simple game when you play it the right way.
How many nights have we seen Joel Embiid against the Celtics? 10 free throw attempts, 15 free throw attempts, 20 free throw attempts. Tonight he's only been there 4 times. So is Jason Tatum as he goes there now. He gets the first one. And Tatum goes out of his way to give a high five to Sam Hauser as he switches places with Derek White.
48 grams of sugar in this iced tea?
Yeah, no wonder you've been on tonight.
Oh, wow. It's like
Tatum.
I drink 2 of them.
Gets the free throws. 107-100. Derek White hounding Melton in the backcourt. We're down to 3:10 to go. What all the national people have been saying is the Celtics have been great, but they don't have that signature win. This would certainly be one without 2 starters on the road against the team with the best record in the East. Maxey. Deep against Holiday. Here's the entry. Embiid against Al Horford. Embiid going strong. Flips it up with the right hand and scores. Did he turn it on late? Embiid up to 18 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Boston by 5, 107-102, 2:40 to go. Derek White straight away against Maxey. Gets the Tatum screen. Moving to his right. Return to Tatum against Melton. Zips it into the left corner. Horford 3. Got it! Al Horford has come back to Philadelphia, and he has been a nightmare for Joel Embiid and the Sixers.
Ooh, get out that corner, Al. Knock him dead.
14-7 for Al Horford. Celtics by 8 with 2:20 to go. Ball in the hands of Harris. Melton wants to enter it on the bounce to Embiid. He does. Embiid turns the face on Al Horford. Throws that body into him. Kick out Maxey. Up fakes on Holiday. Drives. Forces his way into Hauser. Flips it up and in. Scored the foul. And Maxey did everything but jump into Hauser's lap.
Man, great play then. This time just extended. Going away from him. But he got the contact, the harm, and the foul.
So last week it was the Sixers who had the good-sized lead with 2 minutes to go, and the Celtics almost came back. Tonight, the Celtics had an 8-point lead with 2:09 to go, and now a potential 3-point play is a 3-point play for Maxey. And it's down to 5. 110-105. Celtics have the lead and the ball. Both teams shooting exactly 48% as they announce 2 minutes remaining here.
2 minutes! 2 minutes left!
Derek White, try the left side of the floor, picks up his dribble, floats to the Tatum against Maxey. Tatum spins, coming downhill in the paint, kick out, gives Holiday an open 3, it's no good. And the rebound Covington, Tatum made a perfect pass. Holiday had a wide open 3, it just didn't go. Maxey into the offensive end. Sixers trying to make it a one-possession game. They're rising to their feet here in Philadelphia. Maxey, bounce pass out for Embiid. Embiid against Hauser, zips the entry to Covington. He is blocked at the rim by Al Horford. Al goes down to the floor and gets it away to Drew Holiday. Holiday dribbles behind his back, an escape dribble, and steps across half court. Celtics by 5 with 122, 121, 120 to go. Holiday, high left-hand dribble against Covington straight away. Holiday puts it between his legs, push pass for Derek White, slot drive on the left side, kick out, open, Tatum 3, got it!
Ooh, man, that is the way you wheel and deal and give Derek White huge marks today. This time, ISO one-on-one, give it to Tatum for what I think would be the knockout punch.
Derek White is moving the Sixers around the chessboard in the entire fourth quarter, and the Celtics are 71 seconds away, leading 113 to 105.
Well, what they did was operate one-on-one, and they're going heavy right now at Tatum. But once you go into the basket, 76ers collapse. And the thing you have to know, if you guard Tatum, you don't leave him. You left him to go to the rim. Tatum wide open from the three-point line by his lonesome.
"71 seconds on the clock. Sixers trail by 8, which sounds a lot like last week, but the other way around.
Man, it's just crazy watching this thing. But Al Horford give him huge points again for ISO and one-on-one and making a great defensive play.
27, 7, and 6 for Jason Tatum.
But you know who's going to get lost in translation? It's going to be Derek White.
I don't think he is. I think Derek White's getting some national TV love when this game is over.
Get a chance to see this.
So the Sixers come out of the timeout, trailing by 8. 71 seconds to go. They have one timeout. Covington will trigger the side of the bounce. It's in safe for the Embiid, trying to get Maxey on the run. He's going to pull up, shoot a three. It got blocked by Holiday, but they call the foul, and Maxey will get 3 free throws, and just 3 seconds come off the clock.
Wow. Not a good play then, and they want to look at it. They want to see if, in fact, did he kick his leg out.
Yeah, Joe Mazzulla is going to challenge.
Oh, yeah, he might have something here because it looks like it wasn't a foul. He reached out. But what happened, Maxey kind of kicked that leg out at the very end.
Boston calls timeout to challenge the foul call.
So Maxey pulled up. Holiday dove across, leading with the left hand. I don't know. Holiday, did he get him on the hand? That's what they're going to look at.
Yeah, that's
like the foul. I don't think this is going to get overturned.
Yeah, it looked like he got him on the wrist as he went up with his basketball.
So if Maxey makes the free throws, it'll cut the Boston lead to 5 with 1:08 to go.
But with that play though, if you were, why are you challenging right there? I mean, at that point, you don't need to challenge. You know, what's the risk and reward then for that?
Yeah, you're going to lose your, you lose your challenge in case this game gets extended. You're going to lose the timeout. You only have 1 remaining.
I wouldn't have challenged on that one.
No, I'm with you.
I think that.
I'll tell you what, Maxey sort of did a strange reaction. He flopped to make sure he got the call, and it looked like he was kicking his legs out. Really what he was doing was flopping and making an exaggerated move, which, again, that's sort of against the rules now. But this, I imagine, we are assuming this foul is going to be upheld on Holiday, and Maxey will get 3 free throws.
After replay review, the defender makes a legal play. Therefore, it's a successful challenge.
Wow.
It's imminent that Boston's going to get control of the ball. So it'll be Boston ball, side out of bounds.
Wow.
So the successful challenge. This time he goes up, reaches for it.
And with that, a successful challenge. They are headed for the exits here in Philadelphia.
Wow, that's a big time call there by the official.
So Covington pressuring Tatum on the inbound in front of the Boston bench. Celtics just have to be careful with the ball here. They lead by 8 with 1:08 to go after the successful challenge. It's in safe for the Hauser, return to Tatum. Tatum floats it ahead to Sam Hauser. They'll move it up to Drew Holiday on the left side. Celtics will run some time here. We'll go into the final minute. Drew Holiday out of the logo. Pressured by Covington. Floats it back towards Tatum. Shot clock down to 8. Tatum turns on Melton, drives into the paint, floats it up, no good, but he taps the rebound back up and in, and Tatum goes into a flex and lets out a yell. Ooh. Celtics by 10 with 45 seconds to go. They're going to pull this thing off without 2 starters. Covington misses a 3, offensive rebound, Joel Embiid, and he puts it back up and in.
Joel Embiid. If you are the 76ers and you're going, man, this is crazy.
Maxey gives the foul on Derek White, but it's all academic now.
Our job and our work here is now over, my friends.
All they could say, all there was left to say about the Celtics through 10 games is, yeah, they've been great. And they have the best scoring differential and the best net rating and tied for the best record in the East, but they don't have that signature win. Well, tonight, they've come into Philadelphia without Kristaps Porzingis, without Jaylen Brown, and they're going to walk out of here potentially with a double-digit win.
And another guy is not going to be recognized either. It's going to be Luke. What he did today, he was very good. The Condor came in soaring.
The man of the match, appropriately enough, is at the free throw line right now. 27 for Derek White. Celtics by 10 with 29 seconds to go. They will take over the lead in the Eastern Conference. They will match the world champion Denver Nuggets for best record in the NBA through 11 games. Covington three blocked appropriately enough by Holiday. And who does the ball end up in the hands of? Derek White. That's basketball justice. He will go across half court and dribble out the clock. No Porzingis, no Jaylen Brown. The national media wanted a signature win for the Celtics. They just delivered. Coming down to Philadelphia and handing the Sixers a double-digit loss on their floor. The final score, Boston 117, Philadelphia 107. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I gotta change the oil in my car.
Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $36.99.
What do I do with my old oil?
We can recycle your used oil for free.
And do you have oil for my old work truck?
You can find the right high mileage oil to help it go farther right here at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
With up to $700 off Peloton Bike Plus purchases, there's no better time to bring it home for the holidays and ride like nobody's watching. Spin, sweat. Hey, scream if you want to. No one's gonna stop you. We've got the classes. Just show up, and our instructors will help you show off. It's your workout, your rules. For our best offer of the season, head to onepeloton.com/offers. Work out like nobody's watching. All access membership separate. Terms apply.
Mi embarazo con Maya fue normal. Todo estuvo bien hasta que nació. La cadera dislocada, y a lo mejor traía consecuencias en la cabeza. El hospital Shriners me dio mucha esperanza. Yo siento que Mayita todavía tiene mucho que vivir y que hacer. Todo va a estar bien, gracias a los hospitales de Shriners.
Gracias. Por favor, visita moreshiners.org hoy.
Cornette, he won't get that much credit, but man, he was huge tonight.
Yeah,
the big condor, man.
Luke is, man, he's a hell of a guy, hell of a teammate, hell of a competitor, right? Never know when he's going to get in, but comes into work every single day, always gets shots up in the weight room, and he prepares for the moment. And, you know, whenever we need him, he comes up like this, and tonight was big.
Greatly maligned is the old man, Al Horford. Talk about him tonight. He was huge.
And Al is my favorite teammate of all time. I said it once, I said it again, diving on the floor, blocking shots, hitting big threes, you know, talking smack to the crowd. I love it. I love when Al shows emotion. You know, it's big for our team.
Look at all those crazy. You're sitting on the scores table right now, painting the picture of people at home. Look at all those crazy Celtics fans behind you. What exactly? As Jason Tatum raises his hand to salute him, what's it like to go into these buildings on the road and see all that green?
Oh, man, I love it. You know, Celtics fans, they travel everywhere. We always got love and fans every arena we go to. So, you know, that's why I love putting this jersey on.
And you didn't want to be drafted here, right? Because you thought you weren't going to play?
Things can change.
That they have. All right, my friend, we'll see you on the plane.
All right, see you.
Jason Tatum joining us courtside as the Celtics have come down to Philadelphia without Porzingis and Jaylen Brown and handed the Sixers a double-digit defeat. A lot to get into, as we like to say at the end of a road trip. A lot to unpack here. 117-107 is the final. We'll go through it all and wrap it next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible. Authorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one?
No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone.
And what about my old battery?
We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I came from a low-income family that was struggling. You see how hard life can get. GC became a part of my life because I don't want my family to fall back into that. I never thought education would take me this far. I'm still young. I still have a lot to do in my life and just want to get things done the way I want with a good education under me. I'm Stacy, and Grand Canyon University helped me find my purpose.
There's nothing like travel freedom. With over 900 convenient locations, the Red Lion family of hotels brings you more value so you can enjoy more adventures. From the budget-friendly America's Best Value Inn, ranked #1 in guest satisfaction among economy hotel brands by J.D. Power, to our flagship Red Lion hotels, there's a stay with your name on it. Visit redlion.com for the best available rate and save today. Terms and conditions apply. Tied in 2023. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Welcome to What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got a call from Millie. What's up?
Hi, Jake. What if, hypothetically, a moose gets mad at my car and rams into my windshield? Hypothetically.
Oh, just file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Great, but what if the moose eats my phone? Hypothetically.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Metro Mattress has the Black Friday deals you've been dreaming of. Get a free TV with the purchase of select Chatham & Wells Spring Air or American Splendor mattresses. Get $300 in gifts with any Chatham & Wells or Tempur-Pedic purchase. Come try our new selection of Purple and Beauty Rest mattresses. Enjoy free delivery and 0% financing for 60 months. Shop our Black Friday deals. Save online or at any of our 68 locations.
Metro Mattress, the sleep superstore.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in 1 wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Derek White straight away against Maxey. Gets the Tatum screen. Moving to his right. Return to Tatum against Melton. Zips it into the left corner. Horford 3. Got it! Al Horford has come back to Philadelphia, and he has been a nightmare for Joel Embiid and the Sixers.
Get out in that corner, Al. Knock him dead.
14-7 for Al Horford. Celtics by 8 with 2:20 to go. Revenge, that dish that they say you serve it cold. Al Horford had made 6 threes all year. He made 4 tonight back in Philadelphia. He was a plus 14 points, 9 rebounds. Oh, by the way, as you said, the old man Al, 5 block shots tonight as the Celtics beat the Sixers by 10, 117-107. I just did this real quick for you. Joel Embiid was a minus 25 tonight in the game Philadelphia lost by 10. It's the 6th time in his NBA career in 406 games he's ever been a minus 25 or worse. Guess who's delivered 3 of those 6?
Celtics.
There you go.
But they did a great job of getting up on the body. And there's some of the turnovers you think about that he made tonight of just putting the ball on the floor. Celtics with quick hands. You can't put the ball around Drew Holiday like that. You put it on the floor, it's going to be the Celtic basketball. Celtics did an excellent job of contesting almost every time he was on the floor.
We talked about Derek White as the best player tonight, and we're getting accustomed to Drew Holiday here. 18 points, 10 rebounds for Drew Holiday as the Celtics out-rebounded Philadelphia without Porzingis. or Jaylen Brown. The Celtics out-rebounded Philadelphia tonight, 45-41. Drew Holiday had 10 of them, and he is becoming that player that you just appreciate more and more when you watch him every night, doing all the little things defensively to help his team win. And by the way, Sam Hauser didn't have a shot going tonight. He was just 3 of 9. He did make a couple of threes, but he played 35 minutes tonight in a big-time game.
Yeah, played 35 minutes of pretty good defense, knocked down a couple of shots, but had some pretty good rebounds in this game tonight. But it was Al Horford, all these other guys. What a contribution for a team with, losing some of their players. And to me, this is like the 76ers lost last night, and they come back and lose tonight. This can be devastating towards them because they were riding high. They knew what they were doing. They were dancing and jumping around. But now, kind of back down to earth after you lost these 2 games, and everybody's going to be, what's going on? And then you add Kelly Oubre to the mix, who probably would have been a pretty good player to have tonight because he played great against Jason Tatum. Have him and see what's going on with him with if he got hit by a car, if he was on a motorcycle, we don't know, but there's some question marks there.
All right, Celtics now 9-2, all alone with the Eastern Conference lead. They've matched Denver for best record in the NBA. Milwaukee wins their game in Toronto. We'll get to that in a second. The Knicks pull out that game in Atlanta, 116-114, so the Knicks go back over 500. Told you about Chicago really struggling against Orlando. The Toronto Raptors, we saw them play really hard in the game when they were rested, and the Celtics were on the back-to-back Saturday night. And by the end of the game, it was simply no contest. They play without OG Anunoby tonight, and Damian Lillard and Malik Beasley combined for 67 points, and the Bucks without Giannis win in Toronto and win easily. So the Raptors will be under 500, 5-6 when we see them on Friday night, and that is a tournament game for the Celtics in the group number C.
Another game to come in here, another one to play on the road, and Celtic heavy road games early this season. Eventually, it's going to turn around. The Celtics are going to have a lot of good games at home, but right now, they've taken care of business with some of these tough teams on the road.
7 o'clock start Friday night, then it's 7:30. Second of 4 meetings this year between the Celtics and the Toronto Raptors back into the in-season tournament for the team now with the best record in the NBA, the 9-2 Boston Celtics, who come down to Philadelphia without 2 starters and leave with a double-digit win. The final score, Boston 117, Philadelphia 107. We'll talk to you Friday night from Toronto. In the meantime, we'll talk to Joe Murray.
All right, thanks, guys. Great win for the Celtics, who are shorthanded tonight. We got all the highlights, including a big night from Derek White and Luke Cornett helping out off the bench. We'll do it all coming up next. I'm Joe Murray. We got Skaz here as well. It is the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
There are some things employees love hearing.
Congrats. Nice presentation.
Enjoy your vacation, Jack.
Hey, there's food in the kitchen.
Here's something else they'll love. At Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, a Point 32 health company, we offer benefits that empower employees to live healthier lives. From virtual care to digital tools that encourage healthy living, we've designed our plans with innovative and inclusive benefits that meet the needs of every workforce, giving people what they truly value. It's how we take healthcare personally.
Jake from State Farm here to answer your what-ifs.
What if I need a policy, but I just can't choose?
An agent can help you choose. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I gotta change the oil in my car.
Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $36.99.
Get in zone.
What do I do with my old oil?
We can recycle your used oil for free.
Get in zone.
And do you have oil for my old work truck?
You can find the right high mileage oil to help it go farther right here at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Mi embarazo con Maya fue normal. Todo estuvo bien hasta que nació. La cadera dislocada, que ya a lo mejor traía consecuencias en la cabeza. El hospital Shiners me dio mucha esperanza. Yo siento que Mayita todavía tiene mucho que vivir y que hacer. Todo va a estar bien, gracias a los hospitales de Shiners.
Gracias. Por favor, visita moreshiners.org hoy.
Grand Canyon University, an affordable private Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country, offering more than 270 programs online. In addition to federal grants and aid, GCU's online students received nearly $130 million in institutional scholarships in 2022. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you may qualify for.
Home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
WBCF Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub. A Beasley Media Group station.
Seconds to go. They will take over the lead in the Eastern Conference. They will match the world champion Denver Nuggets for best record in the NBA through 11 games. Covington three blocked appropriately enough by Holiday. And who does the ball end up in the hands of? Derek White. That's basketball justice. He will go across half court and dribble out.
Hey, Rhode Island. When Shopify says you can sell anywhere, they mean it. Whether you're reliving history in the Blackstone River Valley or taking in the beaches on Block Island, Shopify is the all-in-one commerce platform that simplifies selling to anyone from anywhere. With Shopify, you can monitor inventory, track sales, fulfill and ship orders from anywhere with an internet connection. Join the platform simplifying commerce for millions of businesses worldwide, including right here in Rhode Island. Sign up for a $1 trial at shopify.com/free23. Shopify.com/free23.
Final score, Boston 117, Philadelphia 107.
Very nice win for the Celtics tonight. Did it in comeback fashion. Trailed by 17, trailed by 1 at halftime, give a big lead. Had a monster third quarter. And then it was the Jason Tatum, Derek White show the rest of the way. Luke Cornett really contributed in this one tonight. But overall, really nice team victory for the Celtics, 117-107. Stick around with us. We'll be on our flagship station, 98.5 The Sports Hub, for about an hour, maybe just about under an hour. Sarone Battle will join the show, and we will discuss the big win tonight for the Green, 117-107. Jason Tatum, 29 points in this one. The Green now off until, well, the in-game tournament again against Toronto. That's when we will talk to you next. James Scaramazino, I'm Joe Murray. This is the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This is Boston Celtics basketball, brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly.
Jaylen Brown, three in the air for the game. Got it! He got it! Tatum, right corner against Embiid. Tatum for a 50-piece. A Game 7 50 for Jason Tatum.
The Celtics are brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market, Clinton Savings Bank, Catches Law, and by Hub International New England.
They come from 16 down and get a buzzer-beating fall away from Al Horford. Tatum spins, lays it up and in to beat the buzzer. The Celtics have won the ball game at the buzzer.
And by Town Fair Tire, Ticketmaster, Wendy's, Jack Savvy Brewing, The Commuter Rail, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
A road win in Game 7 that sends the Boston Celtics home to the NBA Finals. The Celtics are Eastern Conference champions.
Celtics basketball is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
WBCFM HD1 from the Town Fair Tire Studios, the home of the Patriots, the Celts, the Revs, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Maxey, bounce pass out for Embiid. Embiid against Hauser, zips the entry to Covington. He is blocked at the rim by Al Horford. Al goes down to the floor and gets it away to Drew Holiday. Holiday dribbles behind his back, an escape dribble, and steps across half court. Celtics by 5 with 122, 121, 120 to go. Holiday, high left-hand dribble against Covington straight away. Holiday puts it between his legs, push pass for Derek White, slot drive on the left side, kick out, open, Tatum, three, got it!
Man, that is the way you wheel and deal and give Derek White huge marks today. This time, ISO one-on-one, give it to Tatum for what I think would be the knockout punch.
right, welcome in. 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. What a Celtics win tonight. Nice one. 117-107 over Philadelphia. They've won 4 in a row now, and they were without 2 of their starters tonight. Had a big lead, had one of their best quarters of the year, got contributions from their bench. Ho-hum. Just another win for the Celtics tonight over the 76ers, who beat them just a week ago. Again, without 2 of their best players. Tonight, the bench stepped up in many different ways, whether it was Al Horford in the starting rotation or in the starting 5, Sam Hauser going into the starting 5 as well, and then Luke Cornett giving you 9 points in 19 minutes. You also saw Luke in there with a couple of threes, or 1 3 well, and Banton made an impact early on in the game. We're going to be joined by Cerrone Battle. He's with us right now. Cerrone, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Pretty good after this one.
This was a good one. I was on before the game tonight, and I was curious about who would start, considering Jaylen Brown and Porzingis were out of the lineup. But I've been preaching for Hauser to not play 35 minutes, but to be to start, maybe to get somebody else off the bench. The 3 options would be Brown, Holiday, or White. What we're seeing from White, you can't take him out of the starting 5, but it's something I would tinker with tonight. Mm-hmm. They went with it. Although he had only 8 points and 2 assists, 2 rebounds, he played 35 minutes and 8 up minutes and helped out in a big win tonight. So, as far as the starters go tonight, were you surprised Hauser, Horford against Embiid and the Sixers?
Not surprised with Horford. I mean, Horford knows Embiid better than anybody in the league. I mean, he's always played him well, and when he's well rested and has his energy up, he gives Embiid fits. I think they mentioned tonight, Embiid being a minus 25 only 6 times in his career, and like 3 of them have been against Al Horford. So, I mean, you got to give Al his props on the defensive end, and they forced him into turnovers. And what he did on the offensive end was just gravy. That was a bonus, knocking down those threes and spacing the floor. And you mentioned Hauser. Look, Hauser didn't have a big night scoring-wise, but with Hauser on the court, you can't leave him. They respect his shooting, so it opens it up for everybody else. And the way they were skipping that ball around, it just opened up opportunities for others. So I'm happy that they made an impact tonight, and I wasn't too surprised, but I'm happy the way it turned out. I thought he'd get exposed defensively, but he held his own on the defensive end. You got to give him his props on that side.
Just to get back to the beginning of the game tonight, there was talks that maybe Embiid wouldn't play. He ended up playing in the long run, but Porzingis was icing his knees, and he did collide knees with Julius Randle in the last game. So if they want to have precaution, sure, go ahead. But Jaylen Brown, non-COVID illness tonight. Just, here we are, 11 games into the season now? And guys are already missing time. Are you concerned about something like this when it comes to Porzingis?
Not really, because, you saw it was a legit, injury. I'd rather him have an injury where he's banging knees or stepping on somebody's foot than just a non-contact injury or something like that, because usually those are worse. And I think if the stakes were higher today, he would have played. But I think it was like, look, you're going to be dealing with Embiid. You're going to be battling down there. Take some time off. But, look across the league. The Celtics might be the last good team to actually rest guys. Guys have already figured out ways to get around, the load management rules and all that stuff. But I think Porzingis is fine. I don't think it'll linger. And the key is, man, they was able to get a win without him, and it was a big win against a team that's kind of been, standing little tall. Like, look at us, you counted us out, and I think the Celtics brought them back down to reality real quick after the way they played tonight.
Well, you and I, we've talked about that other big man for the Celtics. How much should it matter, the third big man? Well, Luke Cornett tonight, man. All I want is a guy that can run up and down the court, that can clean up around the basket. Doesn't have to be pretty. He'll give you a little something on the pick and roll. I'm not sitting here saying Cornett's a big part of why they're going to be successful or any of that. But when he can play those type of minutes and contribute around the basket, he was a big part of them kind of pulling away tonight.
Yeah, he was. And one thing you can't coach, teach, or whatever is size. And he played big tonight. I think he's 4 for 4 from the floor. He was getting on the offensive glass. He was running pick and roll, trying to finish around the rim. He was just being a disruptor. And that's what you want a 7-footer to be. And I don't care how much you scheme, game plan, or coach up. If you're not as big as the other guy, you're going to struggle in certain moments. And I think he played big tonight and was very effective. And I was worried after that second quarter when the second unit kind of got ran out off the floor with the pace that the Sixers were playing at. But they ran out of gas in the second half, and the Celtics took advantage of it. And they made their shots on the other end until Philly had no other options. They ran out of game plans. They ran out of strategy. And the Celtics just kept applying pressure, and Cornette was huge on both ends. I think, what's the guy? Reed, who was getting some putbacks early on, he started, getting worn down by Cornette. And it was a huge factor in the game and forced them to put Embiid back in probably earlier than they wanted to. And Al Horford took advantage of that on both ends, and they kind of closed them out, that was good to see. That was a good team win, a good team effort. And, I know that, 10 games in or whatever it is. I think this is the best win of the season. And I think it's another one of those games where you look back and say, okay, this was the moment we realized that this is a really good, special basketball team. That was a really good and important win for this team.
Just getting back to Cornette for a minute. Like if I told you that the third center, who had to be the backup center tonight, gave you 19 minutes, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal in the game, like that's a good night. And yes. I don't want to overrate what Cornette is, but I just think that to what we have been consistently talking about, I think this guy's okay for now. And if they have to, they might go out and get somebody else. But I think for right now, he filled in admirably tonight, and now it makes me feel a little bit better about that other big man if something should happen for a period of time. And again, this was one game, but I still feel good about it. And, we didn't say Keita, but he also now is ready to go. So they got another big man now in the fold.
Yeah, I mean, it's and you got to look at the competition. Look who he did it against. This is a team that, would Reed and Embiid, they get it done in the paint. They get it done down on the low block. And for him to have a game like this against this team, it's like, okay, he can get it done against smaller teams that don't get up and down like this team does. This is a good basketball team. They beat on the road. And Cornette, he's at the point now where he understands his role. He knows where he's supposed to be. I'm not going to do more than they ask me to do. I'm going to play my role. I'm going to play my spots. You want to play 20 minutes? I'm going to give you 20 good minutes. I'm going to play like a big man, play like a center. He's not out there guessing. He's not caught in no man's land. He doesn't know what to do. He's just reacting. And good for him. He had a good outing today, and it buys him more time. I think, like you said, down the line. Now you're looking like, okay, we're going to continue to go to this guy until he gives us a situation so we can't. But I think right now we can live with him. He did a good job for us tonight. And with Porzingis back on the court, we ain't going to need him to play 20 minutes a night. But we know if we have to go to him, we can, and we can trust him. And think about how he'd look if he was out there with 4 other starters. If he was out there with the full complement of guys, he would have had a really decent night, especially on the offensive end. And we've seen him finishing lobs and stuff like that throughout the season so far. So it's good for him, good for his confidence. And I think it was a good confidence boost for the entire second unit. I think they all played pretty good tonight.
All right, let's set the table here. The phone number, if you want to talk to Cerrone and I, 617-779-0985. We are on the Twitch app, so if you're on your television or whatever, your iPad, your phone, you can just download the Twitch app. You can chat in, and we'll answer any questions you have there. So where should we start, Cerrone? Should we go some of the negatives and concerns, or should we give our flowers to a couple of guys off the bat?
We can go with the negatives and get that out the way.
Second quarter, man.
Yes, again.
This team, though, like that team, I don't know what it is when it comes to second quarters. I thought maybe, the 76ers like, all right, we figured it out. They're going to struggle again shooting, which is exactly what happened. They scored 36 points, shooting 70% from the field. It's just, how do you stop that? I mean, I know they blew the lead, but how do you stop 70% from the field?
Yeah, I mean, it's that second unit for the Sixers. That's the track team. That's their relay team. Those guys come in. I think the Sixers lead the league in fast break points. That second unit gets out and sprints. They just take off. You turn it over, it's a layup. You miss a long 3, it's a layup. They're gone. And trying to keep up with them, you end up with a bunch of and ones, and you add maxi speed playing with those other guys. They get up and down the floor. Covington gets up and down the floor when he's with those guys. So that's their track meet lineup. And the Celtics in the second quarter couldn't match that. They couldn't keep up with it. And I think they did a really good job of it when they tried to go to it in the fourth quarter, even though they cut in the Celtics lead again. But this, if you can go back a few years with the Sixers, this is when Ben Simmons was playing at his best. They were the slowest paced team when Embiid was on the floor, and they had the highest pace when he was off the floor. Ben Simmons was running the second unit. They ran. Tonight was a similar situation. The minute they had to bring Embiid and Tobias Harris back in the game, all of a sudden the pace, speed stopped. And the Celtics took advantage. Oh, we can match this. And it was a wrap for them. So that's going to be an adjustment for the Sixers for the season. But good job for the Celtics for building a big enough lead, giving themselves a cushion to where they can hold on long enough for them to bring in that slower unit that played right into the Celtics' hands, and they was able to capitalize on that.
Yep, you nailed it. When he was off the floor, they crushed it. When he came back on, that's the story of the game. That really it is.
Yep.
And the Celtics were able to run with their bench as well. If we want to give some more flowers, the second unit, we already gave Cornette, some props for what he did tonight. But, I know that Pritchard hasn't, he had 5 points tonight and 2 of 5 from the field. He did eat up minutes. He had the 3 assists. I kind of like what I saw from Banton, even in 8 minutes of work. And, Mikhailuk can shoot, but man, he struggles defensively. But when they need to call on a couple of guys. I mean, it ate up almost over 20 minutes tonight between Banton and Mikhailuk.
Yeah, I think all those guys came in, and it was a pleasant surprise. Like, wait a minute, okay, one guy's not having a good night. They all are kind of balling out here tonight. And if you notice, they didn't go with Stevens. They didn't go with a Brissett. They went with kind of a different feel, a different vibe. And you could clearly tell the object of the game today was to get the threes up. So they put their shooters on the floor as opposed to Brissett and Stevens. But give Mazzulla his credit for making that adjustment. And those guys were out there. They were balling. They were moving the ball. They were getting turnovers. Pritchard was playing a little decent on the defensive end as well. I think as a unit, they kind of played with confidence. And I think this goes back to, I think they played this team twice in the preseason. And this was preseason. Pritchard was lighting this team up. And the second unit was having big nights against this team in the preseason. And I think they felt comfortable against that lineup. I'm like, okay, we know what you guys can and can't do. And the second unit kind of showed out with them tonight. And it's been a question mark with this team, but they've had some games where they've kind of showed you something. And I think tonight was a big test for them. And I think it was a good confidence booster for them and for the rest of the team.
All right, we know what Horford did tonight. We know what Tatum and White all brought to the table tonight. Like, we'll give them their props in a minute here. But Drew Holiday, man, I'm still floored by how this guy does it all. 35 minutes tonight. Yeah, he shot a little bit more. And I think that was one of the things that I talked about at halftime tonight was that he was looking for a shot tonight. And maybe he had the green light. But the 10 rebounds was huge. In the last matchup, we talked about how he played against Joel Embiid, but he was a plus 16 tonight, 18 points. He did all the little things that they needed. And, dude, there's times where he's listed as a point guard. Like, he plays like a stretch four a lot.
He is. In this modern, kind of, positionless NBA, he's a 1-4 player. He's a big guy. I mean, I think we don't realize how big he is until he's standing next to somebody like Maxey or something like that. You're like, okay, he's a pretty solid dude. And you can tell the way he stands his ground against some of these centers and the way he gets on the glass. But I think he set the tone early, the way he was attacking the rim and getting to the basket. For a team that shot 53 pointers, they still managed to get 40 points in the paint. They still managed to get 19 free throws in. So I think Holiday set the tone with the way he was posting guys up on the block, getting to the basket, getting to the rim, driving and kicking. And like you said, the more you watch him, you're like, man, that's a steal. I know they gave up a lot for him, it seems like, when the guy's all hurt now, but that's a steal for this team. I mean, I knew he'd be an impact player. I didn't think like this. I honestly didn't think it would be like this. But the way he's fit in so fast with this team and fit into his role, I think is just huge for them. And I can only imagine what it'll look like when we get to next spring, when they've played 60 games together and these guys are just reacting to each other and not thinking or guessing where each other's going to be. And it's a scary thing to think about how good this team could be as we get further into the season.
Beautifully put. And just another thing, the Celtics really went small, and he was a part of it. And to mention the positionless basketball, like he really can do different things. And I know he helps out defensively, but man, 4-guard lineups are legit with this team. I get what he was trying to do. They wanted to keep up with Philly, and I think they saw that they had to do that with Embiid on the floor. They had to. It was kind of like the old Rocky thing, like wear him down until you can put him away. And that's exactly what happened tonight. I want to credit them for going small ball, because when you think of who's on the other side of the court, and you're without Porzingis and even Brown for that matter, like they were able to go small without Brown tonight, and it looked good.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked clean. It looked like they've done it before. They were used to it. Nobody was kind of out of position. I think they only turned it over 10 times, which for the kind of pace this game was playing at, it's pretty good basketball. And they, with a small lineup, they had 8 blocks. They had 8 blocks and 7 steals. So with a small lineup, they were still getting after it in the paint and down there battling. And you got to give them their props when it comes to that. And again, we look at this team and we don't look at them as a deep team. But when you start mixing a Holiday with the bench, or Derek White with the second unit, or both of those guys with some bench players, now all of a sudden it looks pretty deep. It looked like a solid team. And I was amazed. I didn't think they could win the game, but I didn't think they could win the way they did by adjusting the ability to adjust. We can play big. Okay, you're going to beat us in the track meet in the second quarter. Watch this in the second half. Try it again. And we're going to match you. And the Celtics came out and was able to do that, even short-handed. And their ability to go big, to go small, to go all wings across the board is what's going to separate them from everybody else. Because a lot of these teams right now are pretty one-dimensional. They have one great thing they do, and then there's a drop-off. This team looks like they really don't have much of a weakness when it comes to playing small, playing big, playing middle, playing balanced. I don't think anybody else in the league can do that. You get the Clippers on paper, or the Suns on paper have that, but we haven't seen anything close to that from those teams yet. And the Celtics team, for them to be able to do that 10 games into the season, I think is pretty good. And I know I'm on the guy a lot, but you got to give Mazzulla his credit for getting these guys to gel the way they have this early in the season.
All right, I want to hold on that one because somebody didn't play tonight, and it was Jaylen Brown. So I want to just, how did it look tonight? We'll get to that in a minute here. I do see Tommy and Lenny wants to talk to us. So let's talk to Tommy. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Joe? What's up, Cerrone Battle? The game was good tonight. Jason Tatum played unbelievable. He's mocking a statement right now in the NBA, and this is his year to shine. This is his year to take over. This is his year to be an MVP candidate. Jason Tatum, number 0, MVP. Mark that down in your books. Put a bet in it. Prop it. Put a bet in it, like I said, Joe.
And
that's your MVP this year. And Derek White, he's unbelievable. That's up big. Hauser and also Drew Holiday. And we won with those trades, with the Porzingis trade and the Drew Holiday. Marcus Smart, And the other knuckleheads we had, I'll hang up and listen. You guys have a great night. Go Steve. Let's go.
He's fired up.
Yes, he is. 10 games in.
Fired up. I like that from Tommy. We'll talk about Tatum's night and Al Horford, who was really good. He did something that has only been done a few times in NBA history. We'll get into that coming up on the other side of the course. Jason Tatum led the way tonight for the Green. We're reacting to the Celtics win over the 76ers tonight. We'll get a quick look at the Sports Hub headlines here, and we'll tell you what happened to Draymond Green, and how many games did he get? We'll certainly get your thoughts on that coming up in a bit, Cerrone. But first, let's take a look. No headline? All right, fine. Want to just go to break? All right, we're going to take a quick break here. Let's line them up. 617-779-0985. It's Cerrone, Joe, here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one?
No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone,
And what about my old battery?
We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Only Daisy Cottage cheese will do. Only Daisy Cottage cheese will do.
Daisy is delicious, creamy cottage cheese. Only Daisy cottage cheese will do.
Ready for LASIK? TLC Laser Eye Centers offers free virtual consultations. You can get all your questions answered without leaving the house. So book it now and let this 20-minute call be the first step towards 20/20 vision. Right now at TLC Laser Eye Centers, get $1,000 off LASIK when treated in November. That's $500 off per eye plus guaranteed financing. Just go to tlcoffer.com. Must mention this promotion and be treated in November of 2023 to qualify. $1,000 off for both eyes on standard wavelength price. $500 off for one eye. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See details at tlcoffer.com.
Like most people, Will uses more than one device while shopping for a car. And marketers probably see devices, not Will. Marketers who use rocket fuel know Will is just Will on all his devices. Win the key moment with rocket fuel.
Hey, checking in?
This is not just a flu shot appointment at Walgreens.
You want both the flu and COVID-19 vaccines while you're here?
This is getting 2 shots in one trip. And picking up a little fuel, too. Schedule your appointment online or stop by a pharmacy today. This is wellness made easy. Walgreens.
Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this,
Thanks, Mom.
fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
With Yellowstone Bourbon, the park is always just a pour away. Yellowstone, bourbon for all. Please enjoy responsibly. Copyright Yellowstone Select Bourbon, 93 proof. Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky.
Up to 70 million Americans have chronic sleep disorders. Magellan Healthcare's evidence-based digital cognitive behavioral therapy program, Restore, can improve sleep by 80%. Visit MagellanHealthcare.com/DCBT to learn more.
With up to $700 off Peloton Bike Plus purchases, there's no better time to bring it home for the holidays and ride like nobody's watching. Spin, sweat. Hey, scream if you want to. No one's gonna stop you. We've got the classes. Just show up, and our instructors will help you show off. It's your workout, your rules. For our best offer of the season, head to onepeloton.com/offers. Work out like nobody's watching. All access membership separate. Terms apply.
Generative AI. You know it's right there. A new world of possibilities waiting for your business. All you have to do is make the move. That's why now is the perfect time to talk with Tech Systems Global Services. As a Google Cloud partner, we're providing select companies with an exclusive generative AI workshop that requires no fees, just time well spent. Sign up at techsystems.ai. That's TEKsystems.ai.
The Sports Hub is home to your favorite teams, the New England Patriots, the Boston Bruins, and the Boston Celtics. Hear every game home and away right here, and get all the latest news from the front office, the locker room, and more. Tune in, on air, online, or on the Sports Hub app. Download it today. One of our Sports Hub hosts will be with you shortly. Thanks for listening.
Everybody knows Joe.
Just keeps getting better.
Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Harris against Al Horford, drives baseline, throws to the corner, and Embiid there trying to dribble into traffic, and he turns it over. Tatum knocked it away. White lead for Tatum, protects the ball, lays it up, and in, scored and the foul. Defense into offense, and the Celtics will not let the Sixers get the lead.
I said, you're going to get it someplace. This time the good quick hands, and Embiid puts it on the floor, exposes the basketball. Tatum dashes down the court, uses that left hand, effectively throws it off the window, protects himself. Count that one and one.
Marcus Smart, ass.
All right, back here at 98.5, the Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Cerrone Battle is here. We're reacting to the Celtics win tonight over the 76ers. A good one. Had a 17-point lead, then they blew it. They were down 1 at the half. Then they started to run. Embiid started getting tired. The bench helped out. And then Jason Tatum closed the door. And that's exactly what he was tonight. He was the closer. He hit big shots late. He was the one that helped pull them away. And Cerrone, he's been doing this consistently now. Like, this is a different Tatum. Listen, he's always been the best player on the team. He's always made big shots. Now we're starting to see him make shots out of the post, right? He's one of the better post scorers in the league. But really, he's starting to take over late. Not isolation basketball, more, passing the ball in cuts and even getting the ball inside the paint. So tonight, he hit some big shots, and he was the guy that closed the door for the Green tonight.
Yeah, he's been doing it this season. I think he leads the league in fourth quarter scoring. I think he's over like 10 points a game or something like that for the fourth quarters. And shooting a high percentage too as well, which is crazy. But these, again, I don't know how many times we've said it. This is a game they would have lost last season. We've said that many times so far this year. And the difference between last year and this year is their ability to close games out. Their best quarters seem to be the fourth quarters now, which is a drastic change from last season. And a part of it is Tatum closing it, but you hit the nail on the head. It's not that he's out there ISO taking tough shots. I think he did that a little bit against Minnesota late in that game, but he's doing it in the flow of the offense. You've seen the big three he hit. That was off a drive from Derek White. Jason Tatum staying there wide open. And it's like, it's amazing when a superstar moves without the ball and they get open looks, how easy it is. Like I mentioned Steph Curry a lot. Steph's daggers usually come when he's uncovered late in games because he's moving out the ball off action, and that's when he's putting people to sleep. And Tatum is kind of, he's getting older, so he's getting into that veteran status now to where he's thinking about the game and not using his athletic ability. And he's thinking his way to these fourth quarters and like, all right, I'm going to pace myself and I'm going to close guys out. And, he's leading the way. And him and Derek White down the stretch are just huge. They're huge in these games. And, man, it's going to make them a tough out. I know we're a long way from that. But, I mean, you have to give Tatum and the rest of these guys credit for flipping from what they were last season and being an effective team in the fourth quarter, as opposed to us sitting here like, man, just try and hold on to this lead. Just try and hold on to fourth quarters. And they're just putting teams away, and it's a joy to watch.
So Al Horford had a huge night. Off the air, I was talking to Skaz about it, how I think he's still adjusting to the bench role. And I think he's fine with the bench role. I think he's understanding that they want him to give quality minutes off the bench, be another big, but also understand that he is aging a bit. But tonight, he played well. He came into the game shooting 23% from three. Like, that's not good. He broke out of that shooting slump, though, in the third quarter tonight. 3 consecutive makes from downtown. The first time he's done that all year, but he was really good on defense. 3 blocks as well. I know he's 37 years old, but when he gets the minutes, he plays well. And I was about to say, this is why he struggled in Philadelphia, because he couldn't find ways to gel with Embiid and play that role. But here with the Celtics, when he gets that type of minutes and they ask for him to play a bigger role, he kills it offensively, and he always brings it on the defensive side of the floor.
Yeah, and he knows Embiid's not going to come out there and contest those threes. So that's why when the ball swings around in his way, when he's playing against the Sixers, there's no hesitation. He's not thinking about it. He's just waiting on it. There's no one going to come out here and challenge the shot because he knows Embiid's not going to leave that paint. And you said he struggled to get minutes or get shots up when he was in Philly. That seems to be the case with every star they bring into Philadelphia because everything revolves around Embiid. Everyone is told to stand around and watch Embiid be slow and methodical and try and draw fouls, but then it doesn't allow the other guys to do their thing. Jimmy Butler wasn't the Jimmy Butler when he was in Philly. Ben Simmons situation, we know how that turned out. James Harden's, a lot of it self-inflicted. A lot of it was, all right, I'm just going to dump an Embiid and stand out here and just wait. I mean, it's a thing with Embiid, and the only way you're going to get your buckets is to get out and run fast break when he's not involved in it. That's the way Maxi's getting a lot of his points. But Al knows he's not coming out there, and Al knows him on the defensive end to know I don't have to do a lot of jumping and sprinting to deal with Embiid. I'm an old man, but he's going to play slow like he's old. So I'm just going to stand here and wait on him to take his slow shots and try and draw fouls. And I'm going to wait for him to spin back my way and put the ball right into my hand, which he kept doing over and over again. And that's just an old veteran knowing his opponent well and knowing him on both ends, knowing what he can and can't do. And Al took big advantage of it tonight.
All right, people lined up on the phones. Let's talk to them. Cerrone Battle here as well, 617-779-0985. Gabe in West Roxbury, what's up, bud?
What's up, Joe? Just real quick, for some people that say, like, not for the playoffs, but for the season, that our bench is a bit low, it doesn't have a lot of depth, I would just say that we have such a solid top six that I feel with the coaching staff, they always have at least, two guys out there with, three bench guys, or at least Tatum, so I feel, it's a bit overrated, harping on saying we don't have any bench depth for this season. We could add a big guy, it'd always be nice at the deadline, but I really feel we can always have, one or two guys out there to hold down the fort.
Thanks, Gabe. Yeah,
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, and we mentioned that, Cerrone, just a couple of the different four guard lineups that they had tonight. You gave credit. I mean, Missoula's been criticized, I think, because of the three-point shooting when they struggle.
Yeah, I still hate it.
I mean, I get it, but let's just face it. When they shoot over 40%, generally they win. Tonight they shot 36%. Philly shot 36%. I mean, both teams had 9 turnovers on the. This was just about. I think one team was on a back-to-back. The Celtics were undermanned, and they outran them tonight. And their star player kind of conked out of gas while Jason Tatum rose to the occasion.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean they were the better team. I mean they were the better team across the board tonight. And I think they took the 53s. They shot a good percentage. But them still finding a way to get 40 points in the paint, still find a way to get to the foul line. I think that's huge. Excuse me. And it covers up, just seems like they're chucking up the threes. It makes all that go away. It's kind of like what Tommy Heinsohn used to say back in the day, try and get 100 shots up, try and get a lot of shots. You get a lot of shots up. You get a lot of points in the paint. You get to the foul line, and the threes don't really kill you as much. And so I think them still finding a way to be aggressive while shooting those threes was huge, and the ball was moving. They weren't taking bad shots too. That's one thing I would add. They weren't taking bad contested threes. The ball was skipping and humming around and guys were getting open looks. And look at the stretch where the Sixers made their run. The Celtics missed a ton of open threes. I mean, top of the key was open all night and they just kept missing them. And that's where the Sixers really made their run. So, I mean, they had their stretches. If they had made the open ones, they probably would have blew this team out. But, I got to give them the credit. I got to give Missoula their credit for the adjustments they made late in that game. Matching their speed, going small, being able to go small and still defend. And they kept these Sixers, Maxey and Embiid, from having these monster nights when they were shorthanded. And they closed them out and looked like the better team. Undermanned, they still look like the better team, which is really saying something. This is a really good win for the Celtics.
All right, we got Ben in Brookline. Hey, Ben.
What's up, fellas? Yeah, to me, this is the Tatum I want to see. The one that's not jacking up back shots when you want to close, when you have your foot on the team's throat and you want to close them out, allowing that team to rally. I want, like you mentioned, take the shots in the rhythm of the offense. And this is the version that we need. As great as the Celtics have been the last couple of years, the reason why they haven't been able to get over that hump is either Tatum or Brown haven't been those guys that we need to close out these games and eventually win that Larry O'Brien like you saw Curry did to us a couple of years back. And I think this is the version of the Celtics they need top to bottom. And I think bringing a guy like Holiday is a better version of Marcus Smart. And I just think overall, top to bottom, you see this is a Celtics team that can win the title because second half, as you guys mentioned, is critical. What has cost this team the last couple of years not winning a title or last year losing the damn Heat where they have no business is not finishing these fourth quarters. So this is what they need to do. When you're the superior team and you have your foot on their neck, you close out the games. And Tatum, this is what we need to get over the top. And I love what I'm seeing. And hopefully this continues, guys, because if they do, we'll be celebrating finally Larry O'Brien first time in over a decade. Thanks for the time, guys.
Thanks, Ben. All right, here's the question, Cerrone. Did the Celtics look better tonight without Jaylen Brown on the court?
I don't know if it looked better. It was different. It was different. I mean, they hit their threes, so it covers it up. But I think if Jaylen Brown was out there, this would have been a 20-point game. I think the way the Sixers were getting up and down and sprinting, I think Jaylen Brown, with this lineup out there, the way they were playing, I think would have had a bigger night and would have been finishing in the lane a lot, especially when they went those long stretches without Embiid. Yeah, somebody would have got dunked on tonight. So, I mean, I don't know if it was better, but it looked different. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I give them their credit. You know, Hauser filling in for him didn't have a big night offensively. I think if Jaylen Brown's in that position, he has more points on the offensive end. But I think it was, I wouldn't say it was better. I go what I said the first time. It was different. It wasn't, I don't think it was better at all. It would have been a different look, a different feel to it if Jaylen Brown was out there. But I think that track meet the Sixers were trying to run, I think they would have slowed down a little bit if you try to get up and down with Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, and I only say it because it looked different tonight. And
yeah,
it was relaxing. So, just like I said.
No dribbling, that's why.
Exactly.
There was no one dribbling the ball just moved.
Yep.
It could skip around. He needs to learn to play within that. And when he does, he's great.
And I think Tatum plays within that.
Oh, he is now for sure.
Yep. And I'm not saying Brown's not, and he had the bad performance last time. He probably would have bounced back tonight, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It just was noticeable. That's all. I do want to thank our friend Jason from Sweet Needs Bake Truck. He came by tonight. Donuts by day, cookies by night. He dropped off both. They were hot off the presses, Cerrone. The apple cider donuts were very good. He had this like Cocoa Krispies. I don't know what a Captain Crunch donut. I don't know. There's a bacon in there.
I don't need that.
No, listen, I don't need it either, bro. It was good though. It's all I can tell you. But go check them out. Sweet Needs Bake Truck. It's over in Bridgewater. Right now, I know all the college kids out there. 60 Hale Street. He's got his food truck out there. So thanks, Jason, for coming by tonight. Go check out all his work. The food was tremendous tonight. So we do have to let you play. We have to let you hear this one. Max was on fire tonight. Now he wanted this one, Cerrone. I don't know. He was really into this game tonight. He was quacking. He was doing all sorts of things tonight. So we'll go into break with a little bit of Max, and we'll get your thoughts on Draymond Green's suspension, which is official tonight. So we'll wrap up the show here on the other side. Cerrone Battles here. I'm Joe Murray. Send us to break, Max.
Derek White straight away against Springer. Left-hand dribble drive, coming strong, pull up, tough shot, mid-block, in between, no good. Cornette, big-time offensive rebound, and he flushes it back with two hands.
Wow, Condor.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
There are some things employees love hearing.
Congrats. Nice presentation.
Enjoy your vacation, Jack.
Hey, there's food in the kitchen. Here's something else they'll love. At Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, a Point 32 health company, we offer benefits that empower employees to live healthier lives. From virtual care to digital tools that encourage healthy living, we've designed our plans with innovative and inclusive benefits that meet the needs of every workforce, giving people what they truly value. It's how we take healthcare personally.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead. With free battery test